Yo. Hello. Hey. Bye, Beans. I'm gonna drop the child no demo, imagine. Hopefully there's a demo. He's just chilling. Beans is not a big camera cat. As soon as the stream starts, she's... Oh, fuck, is there a demo? No. It's, requesting my subs right now. No! Potentially. Yeah, I know how Capcom does things. Such a big fan of you. And I love her even. I love watching videos all the time. Thank you to Chill Guy. Thank you so much. Welcome to the stream. First time chatter. Today's chill. We're gonna react to the PlayStation event. I bought some popcorn. Orville Redenbacher's popcorn. So here's hoping. Can you please tell Ashley to get my headphones back? I already asked her. She was like, no, these are my headphones. And she started speaking in the Jamaican accent. I'm like, okay. Dude, your content is occupying my ass for many insomnia-ridden nights. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ready to see at least 3 Marvel games. I'm ready. I want to see some Wolverine gameplay. But before we have, how many minutes we have? 49 minutes before the PlayStation thing. So I figured in the meantime, we'll watch the complete timeline of Resident Evil. I laugh so much when you watch my stream. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Is any true about the DMC6 rumors? I think I want to see if Logan is online first, because he knows more about that than me. I mean, let me see. I'm in Chord Voice if you want to watch the PlayStation show together. I'm in 45 minutes. And the Silent Hill Township trailer. I hope we get some gameplay from that too. PlayStation demo? If it's a PlayStation demo, I have my PS5 right here. If you guys wouldn't mind waiting like 10-15 minutes of me setting it up. I legit haven't played my PS5 in so long. What do you think the chances are of there being a demo? 40% chance. You and me both. Bro, you got the PS5 VR mark? No. I have the, what is it called? The Oculus VR? I have that. Shit is a $500 paperweight. Yeah. I literally bought it, got Spider-Man 2, Platinum Spider-Man 2, got Death Stranding, and never, Death Stranding 2 and just, yo, what's up, I just don't play it. Maybe one day. You pre-ordered RE9? Yes. But, let's see. Wow.
Franchise has a sprawling timeline
Let's go
that
over the
interweaves its
timeline.
complex narrative across 8 mainline games, a handful of spin-offs, and countless DLC expansions. But how does it all tie together?
Well, largely it's pretty linear. What's not so straightforward is that the ever-evolving timeline takes in everything from corporate
We need some games, and then
human
plus it's
cloning
been like 5
to the
years
American
since it came
president's
out.
daughter, and whatever the hell this thing is.
From the convoluted creation of the Umbrella Corporation through to the gothic horror of Resident Evil Village, via the crowd-pleasing, boulder-punching antics of one
Good luck,
Chris
bet it's
Redfield.
difficult.
Hey, my name's Adam, and this is the complete timeline.
If you guys don't mind, I
of
might be
Resident
eating
Evil.
pop, so I can't really go my mouth full. So we're gonna watch the timeline before the PlayStation event just to get everybody up to speed.
Okay, Chronologically speaking, our story kicks off with a good chunk of backstory for Resident Evil Village, the main story of which bookends this timeline right at the very end. In the early 20th century, the main villain of Resi Village, Mother Miranda, is living out her life peacefully in Eastern Europe with her daughter Eva until the Spanish flu pandemic whips through her community in 1919,
You just got to know how to
killing all
got to know
and
enemy
sundry.
AI attack patterns.
Eva's death sends Miranda into a downward spiral, and she ventures off into a cave network beneath the village to
Ryan.
seek out death. Ironically, instead of finding a quick death, she discovers a form of mold known as the megamycete, a genome which gifts her with regenerative abilities. Armed with this newfound power and knowledge, Miranda seeks to use it to bring her daughter back to life. Miranda continues to experiment with the megamycete genome over the next couple of decades, and she eventually creates the Cadu parasite, which will crop up again when we come back round to Resident Evil Village. Anyway, the year is now 1951 and a young British medical student has stumbled onto Miranda's research after getting lost on a hiking expedition.
This young whippersnapper turns out to be one Oswald E. Spencer, who will prove to be very important on this timeline. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
Spencer is impressed with Miranda's work, and it inspires him to undertake his own devious research into instigating the next level of human evolution. More on that very shortly. He even nabs a local symbol representing the sigil of the 4 houses of the area as inspiration for his iconic logo, a logo that also looks a lot like an umbrella. Speaking of umbrella, let's chart the origins of that despicable company.
Yo.
In 1962, Spencer commissioned architect George Trevor to design and build a certain mansion and research laboratory in the Arklay Mountains. Trevor finally finishes his mad masterpiece in 1967, and it's a labyrinthine structure full of locked doors that make no logical sense.
And in order to hide the mansion's terrible secrets forever, Spencer, being the awful bastard that he is, invites the Trevor family to stay. And, well, they never leave.
Across the swinging 60s, he joins forces with university pal James Marcus and eccentric millionaire Edwin Ashford on an expedition to locate a legendary African flower known as the Stairway to the Sun. This flower is said to contain powerful properties, and this is confirmed when the trio extract the progenitor virus from it. This virus has the ability to genetically alter organisms, and they immediately transport it back to the USA. Our evil trio then established the Umbrella Corporation as a legitimate pharmaceuticals company, as a cover for their totally illegitimate viral research, and their ultimate goal of creating a race of superhumans.
Or at least that's Spencer's ultimate goal. Ashford becomes increasingly frustrated with the other two, and he makes for Antarctica to set up his own research labs, which would later hold the Code Veronica project. Ashford never sees the Code Veronica project come to fruition though, as in July 1968, he's injected with the progenitor virus himself on the orders of all-round bad egg Spencer, and he swiftly dies.
He was succeeded by his son Alexander, who takes control of the Antarctica Umbrella Lab in an effort to keep his father's work going, albeit with more of a focus on cloning. Back in the USA, Spencer and Marcus take control of Umbrella facilities in the Arklay Mountains, just outside of Raccoon City. Spencer continues his research into the progenitor virus in the lab under the newly constructed mansion, while Marcus is appointed as director of the newly founded Umbrella training facility.
Spencer's plan is to create a race of superhumans dubbed Project Wesker, and this nefarious plan sees Umbrella kidnap a whole load of children to be loyal foot soldiers to Spencer's cause, and they are all brainwashed and injected with the progenitor virus. Sadly, most of them die, except for a certain Albert Wesker, who we'll come to be quite familiar with across this timeline.
Meanwhile,
thank you for subscribing to Tier 1.
Alexander Ashford's Code Veronica project is finally complete. In 1971, Ashford
had
creates
the virus
two clones
since he
from
was
his
a
family
child.
DNA, Alfred and Alexia. Fast forward to January 1978, yep, the 70s were seemingly sparse for the Resi franchise, and Marcus is making a breakthrough with his research at the Umbrella training facility. By splicing the progenitor with leech DNA, he creates the T-virus, or at least a strain that doesn't immediately kill those exposed to it. It just turns them into hideously mutated creatures. Not sure which one of those is the better option, if I'm honest.
His research is assisted by two students from the Umbrella training facility, Doctors William Birkin and Albert Wesker. But their work together does not last long, as at the end of the school year, the Umbrella training facility is closed down.
Favorite game of all time?
Birkin,
Bully.
Wesker, and the T-Virus are all moved to Spencer's Arclay research labs. Suspicious of Spencer's motives, Marcus continues to stay behind with his work and experiments on anything and everything from mammals to reptiles.
All of which will pop up as end-of-level bosses in Resident Evil 0. The early 1980s are not a good time for the Ashford family. Remember Alexia? Well, she's grown up to become a 10-year-old child mastermind and is promptly appointed the senior researcher at Umbrella's Antarctica lab, much to the annoyance of 21-year-old Wesker. Keep up, Albert.
After learning about their origin as clones, Alexia and her brother Alfred vow to hunt down and capture their father, which they succeed in doing in 1983.
Let me post this.
With Alexander in custody, Alexia uses him as a test subject for research into her new version of the T-virus, known as the T-Veronica virus.
Surprise, surprise, the experiment turns him into a psychotic monster, later known as Nosferatu. Nope, not that one. Taking the failed experiment on the chimp, Alexia uses the data she obtained on her father to inject herself with the T-Veronica virus, while she peacefully sleeps the effects off in a cryogenic chamber for 15 years. Don't worry, we'll come back to this mad child prodigy later on.
Back in the Arclay labs, research on the virus, now headed up by William Birkin, has stalled. Umbrella discovered that 10% of the population are naturally immune to the virus, and Birkin sets himself the morbid task of solving this unique problem.
His answer comes in the form of a bioorganic weapon, or BOW for short, known as the Hunter, which is born through splicing reptilian and human DNA with the T-virus. Birkin's research and development continues across the 80s and culminates with the start of a little project known as the Tyrant.
You guys get to see all of the recaps of everything.
Okay, it's late 1988, and I think it's about time we catch up with our good pal James Marcus, who's slowly been going off the rails with his own brand of the T-virus research.
As an independent researcher, Marcus makes headway by continuing to experiment with leeches, and in some extreme cases, his own staff. And he eventually creates his magnum opus, the Queen Leech. His old mate Oswell Spencer is having none of this though, and seeks to regain control of the T-virus research by assassinating Marcus and stealing his work.
I'm hoping.
He sends in a team of Umbrella soldiers alongside Wesker and Birkin, and they shoot and kill Marcus before dumping his body and his precious Queen Leech at a nearby sewerage treatment.
I wonder if they'll crop back up in this story. Spoilers, they do.
35 stream streak. Shout out Big K.
The 90s sees Umbrella expand their operations across the Arclay Mountains and into neighbouring Raccoon City, with Birkin making significant progress with his research creating the superior G-virus in the process. Spencer commissions a gigantic underground lab to be built underneath the city, a job that he covers up by bribing Raccoon City Police Chief Brian Irons.
Fast forward to 1996 and the Raccoon City Police Department instigate the inaugural special... Fast forward to 1996 and the Raccoon City Police Department instigate the inaugural Special Tactics and Rescue Services Unit, or STARS for short.
There's a video called One Check Later. The complete Resident Evil timeline.
You are a pesky animal.
Although it's under the jurisdiction of the RPD, it remains a privately funded independent venture, namely so Umbrella can keep their fingers in the pie. Disgusting. During this time, Albert Wesker is assigned to STARS by Umbrella, and he quickly becomes the captain of the squad's Alpha team.
Right, we have finally reached the most pivotal year in the entire Resident Evil timeline.
1996.
1998. A year in which a whopping 5 games in the franchise take place.
1996.
In May 1998, there is a catastrophic outbreak of the T-virus at the Spencer Mansion labs, and a handful of Cerberus, zombie dogs to you and me, escape into the Arclay Mountains and start killing unfortunate hikers. In an attempt to contain the outbreak, Umbrella locks down the mansion lab and the T-virus begins to spread among the poor staff still there. Naturally, with the horrific nature of the Arclay killings, the stories emerging inspire a media firestorm, and the press start putting pressure on the RPD to get the situation under control. Chief Irons dispatches the STARS, Alpha and Bravo teams to investigate the surrounding mountains, with Wesker overseeing the missions. Unbeknownst to the
important
rest of his
aspect.
teams, though,
Communication and
Wesker's
stuff.
directive
What are you
from
doing today
Umbrella
after the recap?
HQ is
So we're just
instead
gonna
to
do the
gain
recap today.
critical information
I'm taking it
about
easy,
the site's
getting ready for the
BOWs
streamathon.
and destroy the mansion before it is discovered. Alongside that, he is ordered to gather information about the BOW's combat ability, specifically in their interactions with the incoming stars
Maybe that
teams.
content to be a few months prior. Back in 1998 in the OG or if I'm not correct. Oh.
And so we finally reach the very first game in the Resident Evil timeline, which details the STARS Bravo team's failed mission. The Bravo team make their way out to the Arklay Mountains, only for their helicopter to crash en route, courtesy of a little bit of sabotage from our good mate Wesker. Instead of making for the Spencer Mansion, as per their original plan, the team stumble onto the wreck of a military convoy with all the soldiers very much dead. They discovered that the troop had been escorting accused murderer Billy Cohen, and putting 2 and 2 together and making 5, assume Billy is the lad responsible for all the brutal killings. They split up, and rookie STARS member Rebecca Chambers quickly discovers an abandoned train, the Ecliptic Express.
Now remember that I said that James Marcus and his Queen Leech would make a comeback into this story? Well, boy, what a comeback it is.
It turns out that when Umbrella dumped Marcus and his leech in that sewerage facility, the leech slowly ate away at Marcus's body and mind, effectively absorbing his personality. The end result was a reincarnated Marcus-Leech hybrid thing, hell-bent on revenge with Umbrella.
This franchise is totally bonkers, but I absolutely love it.
With Marcus back from the dead, he goes to town on the poor inhabitants of the train, and by the time Rebecca Chambers stumbles onto the train, they are all dead. Or undead, I guess, having been consumed by Marcus's army of leeches. Rebecca boards the train, encounters death row inmate Billy Cohen, and they start to investigate the express, keen to get the train back on its journey. Wesker and Birkin send in a team of Umbrella soldiers who succeed in getting the train underway, but promptly get chomped by the leeches. Rebecca and Billy manage to bring the train to a stop, albeit a messy one, and emerge from the wreckage at the Umbrella training facility. Marcus, or the hybrid leech thing, reveals himself to Wesker and Birkin, and this leads the duo to activate the facility's self-destruct function. Caught in the middle of all of this are poor Rebecca and Billy, who navigate their way out of the facility, kill the Queen Leech, and get to safety before the place blows sky high. As they overlook the destruction, Rebecca allows the actually innocent Billy to go free, and she leaves him to go and help Alpha Team at a familiar looking mansion. The game then ends with Billy giving the cheesiest thumbs up I've ever seen.
God, RE0 has so much, but I think there might be a remake of RE0.
We are now with the OG Resident Evil, which details the exploits of Alpha Team in their mission to investigate the Arklay killings. Headed up by Wesker, the STARS squad includes expert marksman Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, the master of unlocking, top explosives lad Barry Burton, and helicopter pilot Brad Vickers. The team successfully land near the mansion, but are quickly caught off guard by a pack of zombie dogs, which forces them into the Spencer Mansion. Separated, they each make their way through the illogical maze of corridors, encountering and surviving the zombified Umbrella staff, BOWs, and various other mutations. Meanwhile, Wesker is pulling the strings behind the scenes. He strong-arms Barry into helping him set traps for the rest of the STARS team by threatening to kill his family. Chris and Jill survive everything and anything that's thrown at them: sharks, snakes, spiders, bad dialogue. And they meet up with Rebecca Chambers on their way to getting out of the mansion. Wesker is finally revealed to be a traitor to Alpha Team, and as a result he releases Umbrella's Tyrant project, a huge mutated man-mountain, in a bid to kill the remaining STARS members. Chris, Jill and Rebecca fight off the Tyrant, and thanks to the impeccable timing of Vickers' return with the helicopter, they all escape as the Spencer Mansion self-destructs.
I love how this random police station has a rocket launcher.
Here, right? Amidst the chaos, Wesker manages to survive as well, albeit without the critical BOW samples he intended to gather, and he leaves Umbrella for good.
Okay, a couple of months have passed and we catch up with Jill Valentine during the events of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Under pressure from Umbrella, STARS has been disbanded, and nobody believes the team about what they saw in the Arklay Mountains.
The T-virus has very much
I
arrived
didn't know they
in downtown
retconned it,
Raccoon
'cause I
City,
remember it being
having spread from that
1996, but
gigantic underground lab
damn.
that somehow remains secret.
I'm a fake fan, guys.
With
I'm a
the zombie
tourist.
population on the rise, there is chaos in the streets, and the RPD is quickly overwhelmed. Umbrella, in a series of questionable decisions, starts deploying BOWs all across Raccoon City. Chief among them is the dapper Mr. X, and the titular foe of Resi 3, Nemesis. Nemesis is given the mission of hunting down former STARS members, and keeping this momentum going, he begins his unrelenting chase of Jill Valentine. Across town, the Umbrella Biohazard Countermeasure Service, God that's a mouthful, arrive and start evacuating anyone who's not a zombie. In her attempts to escape, Jill runs into UBCS team member Carlos Oliveira, and the pair take the fight to Nemesis while trying to escape the ruins of the city. During their fight, Jill becomes infected with the T-virus, leaving poor Carlos to fend for himself and find a cure for Jill.
Will she survive? We'll have to wait until later, because we've got a date with a blonde hunk. Taking place concurrently with Resident Evil 3 is the campaign to Resident Evil 2, which sees new cop on the block Leon Kennedy and Chris Redfield's sister Claire appear for the first time in the franchise. Leon arrives in Raccoon City for his first day on the job in the middle of the zombie apocalypse. After encountering Claire Redfield, who's searching for her brother Chris at an out-of-town gas station, the pair make their way into the heart of the city before getting separated during a car accident. Leon eventually makes his way to the RPD, which is completely overrun with zombies. After navigating the station's bizarre lock and key setup, it is an old museum after all, Leon finds himself down in the cells where he runs into the mysterious Ada Wong. Ada's mission is to swipe a vial of the G-virus, and Leon agrees to go along with it, the naive heartthrob. As they're investigating, the pair are attacked by Mr. X, and they escape into the sewers where they encounter Annette Birkin, wife of Umbrella scientist William. Annette injures Ada and informs Leon that he's working with a mercenary who wants to sell the virus on the black market. Leon, the fool that he is, descends into Birkin's lab anyway, swipes the G-virus and returns to Ada, who immediately holds him up at gunpoint for it. Annette pops up one last time, shoots Ada, and in the ensuing chaos, the G-virus and Ada fall into the abyss. As Leon tries to escape the lab, Mr. X makes one last encore before being dispatched by a handy rocket launcher that is thrown to him by Ada, who has miraculously survived her fall. Meanwhile, Claire encounters a young girl, Sherry, daughter of William Birkin, and they manage to escape a giant creature by taking refuge in the RPD car park, where they meet morally bankrupt police chief Brian Irons. Brian kidnaps Sherry and locks her in a neighbouring abandoned orphanage. As Claire mounts a rescue mission, a tyrant drops in on Irons, infecting him with a parasite. Irons dies and Sherry flees, while Claire manages to escape into the sewers, only to bump into Sherry's mum, Annette, who reveals that the creature chasing her daughter is in fact her mutated father. Turns out our Will had plans to sell his G-virus creation to the US military, a plan that didn't go down too well with Umbrella, who promptly sent in a team to kill him. To save himself, Birkin injected himself with the G-virus, turning the good doctor into a repulsive monster. In the ensuing carnage, he destroyed a bunch of T-virus stores, which led to the Raccoon City outbreak. When Claire and Annette find Sherry, they discover that she's already been infected by her father, and the pair hatch a plan to find a cure from within Birkin's labs. Claire succeeds in finding an antidote, and in the chaos of getting back to cure Sherry, Annette is killed by her husband. Naturally, the whole facility enacts the now contractually obliged self-destruct function, and Claire and Sherry escape to an evacuation train, where they meet back up with Leon. Birkin has one more crack at killing them, fails, and is then caught in the fires of the exploding labs.
Nice.
Okay, let's wrap up that cliffhanger from earlier. Carlos, being the absolute lad that he is, scavenges a cure for Jill because by this stage they're just lying around the wastes of Raccoon City, and she recovers from her infection. The pair make their way through a series of underground Umbrella labs in an attempt to escape the city before it's nuked from the air. It's the only way to be sure. En route, they're ambushed by good old Nemesis one last time,
by the way, the city was
and
never
Jill
nuked.
fires the killing blow with the biggest of big f***ing guns.
It was just bombed.
After defeating Nemesis and overpowering one of Carlos's corrupt squad mates, the pair ride off into the sunset and Raccoon City is reduced to ashes behind them.
Hey, LJ. Damn.
Alright, 3 months have passed since the devastation in Raccoon City, and Claire Redfield is still searching for her brother Chris. Her search takes her to an Umbrella facility in Paris, where she is eventually caught in a sequence heavily riffing on John Woo. Umbrella locks her up in an isolated prison in the Southern Ocean known as Roquefort Island. And lo and behold, there is an outbreak of the T-virus on the island, and Claire soon gets set free. Soon after, she encounters the world's most irritating Canadian, a floppy-haired lad called Steve Burnside, and the pair team up to escape the island. In their way stands Alfred Ashford, one of the clones created by Umbrella co-founder Alexander Ashford, and, well, he's gone a bit insane. His time alone and apart from his twin sister Alexia has led him to cultivate a split personality, and he switches frequently between the identities of himself and Alexia. Claire and Steve soon break free from Roquefort Island, only for Alfred to divert their plane to the nearby Umbrella facility in Antarctica, using the system's autopilot override. Crash landing in Antarctica, the pair finally defeat Alfred, who uses his final spark of life to awaken his sister Alexia from her cryosleep. She's not the only Ashford in Antarctica though. Turns out Papa Alexander Ashford, the other Nosferatu, is still around and he's hungry for revenge. As Claire squares off against the hideous remains of Alexander, Alexia takes control of the situation and captures our heroic duo as they attempt to escape. Meanwhile, back on Roquefort Island, Chris has turned up searching for his sister. In his search of the island, he bumps into none other than Dr. Albert Wesker, who has gone rogue from Umbrella since the Spencer Mansion incident, and is there to retrieve a sample of the T. Veronica virus. With their goals both in Antarctica, the pair separately make haste for the Umbrella base. Once there, Chris saves Claire, poor Steve becomes infected and dies, Alexia is finally defeated, and that sneaky bastard Wesker makes off with Steve's T. Veronica virus-riddled body, all while Umbrella's Antarctica base, yep, you guessed it, self-destructs.
They are. They have to. Short sleeves in the winter.
Next up on our timeline is the We Like Guns spin-off Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles, which largely regales the events of Resident Evil 2 and Code Veronica. But it does have one story mission that is unique and takes our timeline a little bit further, and that's Operation Javier.
4 years after the disastrous events in Raccoon City, Leon Kennedy and Special Ops member Jack Krauser are dispatched to South America to apprehend cartel leader Javier Hidalgo, who has apparently infected his daughter Manuela with the Veronica virus. Leon and Krauser encounter and secure Manuela before proceeding to Hidalgo's complex. There, they defeat Javier, who has fused himself with the Veronica virus to become some kind of giant killer plant, and they escape with Manuela via helicopter. During the fight, Krauser's arm is wounded and becomes infected, and as a result, he's discharged from the US Army. This leads him down a darker path, as he contacts Resi Big Bad Albert Wesker to join his team.
Umbrella Chronicles is next on our timeline, and it largely retreads grounds from Resident Evil 0, 1 and 3, but it does have a unique story mission called Umbrella's End, and I'm guessing you can figure out what that entails.
The year is 2003. Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine are investigating Umbrella's last known stronghold, a facility in Russia which is developing a new bioweapon known as the Talos Project. Chris and Jill, being the experts that they are, infiltrate the facility and destroy the Talos. But wait, who's that on the horizon? It's only bloody Wesker again, here to take his final revenge on Umbrella. Wesker flings his coat into the camera like an absolute nutter. It must be freezing out there, and he tears his way into the compound. He encounters Sergei Vladimir, a high-ranking Umbrella leader who has been working closely with Lord Spencer to keep Umbrella going in the wake of the Raccoon City outbreaks. Sergei is no match for Wesker though, who quickly dispatches him and steals Umbrella's deepest, darkest secrets, which he then makes public. As a result, Umbrella loses its long-standing legal battle with the US government, a dispute that's been going on since 1998, and Umbrella declares bankruptcy as a result. Nothing more exciting than court proceedings to bring an evil, monster-creating corporation to its knees, eh lads?
Umbrella a thing of the past, Resident Evil 4 kicks off a new era for the franchise.
Resi 4 is a largely self-contained chapter in the franchise, taking the series away from its zombified roots. The year is 2004 and Leon Kennedy is dispatched to rescue the American president's daughter Ashley from a mysterious cult in deepest, darkest Spain. He arrives at a creepy rural farmstead populated by a group of hostile villagers who have pledged their allegiance to the cult of Los Iluminados. The villagers are effectively being controlled by a parasite known as Las Plagas, with the cult leader Osmond Sadler calling the shots. Leon, after surviving chainsaws, giants and a mutated salamander, finally tracks down Ashley to a nearby church, and the pair later escape to a castle which doesn't look menacing in the slightest. Jokes, it's under the control of creepy man-child Ramon Salazar, another of Sadler's henchmen. When Leon and Ashley get separated amidst the castle's deadly traps, Leon encounters an old acquaintance, the lady in the red dress, Ada Wong.
Long time no see.
Leon battles his way out of the castle, killing a mutated Salazar, and makes his way to find Ashley at an offshore island facility. Old acquaintances are like London buses, it seems, as Leon then bumps into his former Special Ops buddy Jack Krauser. Krauser then reveals that he and Ada are both working for Wesker to secure the Las Plagas parasite, and Leon, being the good egg boy that he is, defeats him. Leon then confronts Sadler himself, killing him atop the island's research facility with a good old-fashioned rocket launcher to the face, courtesy again of Ada. Ada then holds Leon up at gunpoint again, and she makes off with a sample of the Las Plagas virus. Meanwhile, Leon and Ashley escape the island self-destruct sequence on jet skis. Resident Evil 4, what game?
And in Revelations.
Resident Evil Revelations takes place smack bang between Resis 4 and 5, and introduces the Bioterrorism Security Assessment Alliance into the mix, or BSAA for fans of acronyms.
In the wake of a bioterrorism attack that destroys the city of Terra Grigia, BSAA agents Jill Valentine and Parker Luciani are dispatched to the last known location of their missing team members, Chris Redfield, who's now got massive arms, and Jessica Sherowat. The last known location turns out to be the Queen Zenobia cruiser, which is drifting in the Mediterranean Sea, seemingly abandoned. While there, Jill and Parker are ambushed by an organisation called Veltro, the folks responsible for the previous bio-attacks, and they are imprisoned. The BSAA makes contact with Chris, why didn't they do that in the first place, and sends him and Jessica in to rescue Jill and Parker, and they make for the Zenobia. Chris and Jill eventually reunite because that's what everyone really wants, and foil a plot to contaminate the sea with a virus known as the T-Abyss. At some point, they're just going to run out of names for these viruses.
Jesus. With degeneration!
Right, time for something a little different. And by different, I mean mostly the same, but now it's a film.
The first of a trilogy of CG animated movies, Resident Evil Degeneration sees series stalwarts Leon S. Kennedy and Claire Redfield foil another Raccoon City-like bioterrorism plot, but this time it's on a wider scale across the whole US. It kind of feels like you're watching a 90-minute long and unskippable cutscene, when all you want to do is explore a bit and shoot some zombies in the face. A year or so later, we get the mad conspiracy shenanigans of the Netflix series Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. After a civil war in the fictional nation of Penamstan, a war in which the US sent in a special operations unit known as the Mad Dogs, Leon and Claire come back together to untangle a potential cover-up alluding to the use of bioweapons.
Am I supposed to be like...
Long story short, there is a cover-up, within the White House no less, which Claire manages to, well, uncover, while the blonde Curtains himself gallivants on a globe-trotting adventure to China and back to stop a tyrant-esque super soldier, which he naturally does, because he's Leon S. Kennedy, and the S stands for Stop Using Bioweapons.
50, yeah. I remember
Fast forward about a year, and our dream team, Chris and Jill, have finally tracked down the last remaining co-founding member of Umbrella, Lord Oswell E. Spencer.
Jill, the master of unlocking, uses a lockpick to break into Spencer's residence, and the duo make their way through the mansion until they encounter not Spencer, but Wesker. Having arrived ahead of them, Wesker brutally murders Spencer by just punching him right through the chest. It's just devastating. Wesker then squares off against Chris and Jill, and as the battle comes to its conclusion, Jill rugby tackles Wesker out of a window and they both plummet down a cliff.
Jesus.
Did they survive? Of course they did. Wesker cryogenically freezes Jill in preparation for
RE5.
Yeah, we're heading to Africa for Resident Evil 5, which takes place nearly 3 years later. The game follows Chris Redfield and BSAA partner Sheva Alomar as they investigate an outbreak on the Las Plagas parasite in an African town. Chris and Sheva stop an illegal arms deal and as a result stumble onto evidence that Jill is still alive. Driven to find his old partner, Chris continues the investigation and the pair find themselves in the cave that started this whole mad franchise off in the first place. Yeah, they rediscover the origins of the T-virus, the stairway to the sunflower, and uncover a conspiracy involving the BSAA's parent company Tricell, who have been sneakily continuing on with Umbrella's research. Chris and Shiva eventually catch up to Jill Valentine, sporting a new blonde haircut, and wrestle her in order to remove a mind control device that is attached to her chest.
Yeah.
To absolutely no one's surprise, Wesker reveals himself with another world-destroying plan. This time it's firing missiles containing a virus known as Ouroboros all around the world. Our trio chase Wesker down and eventually corner him in an active volcano. Because by this point, why the f*** not? Chris and Sheva take the fight to Wesker, and in Chris's case, some poor, innocent, defenseless boulders that probably had friends and family that cared for them. And they eventually kill Wesker once and for all by firing, yep, you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, it's the crowd favourite, Rezi's big bad killer, an RPG right into his smug face.
Yeah, I think that hurt.
Next up on this timeline is Resident Evil Revelations 2, a game whose story was heavily inspired by Czech author Franz Kafka.
A fact that I literally just found out while writing this timeline. To make my job even more complicated, Revelations 2 takes place across two different timelines. The first sees Claire Redfield and Moira Burton, daughter of ginger legend Barry, being kidnapped and imprisoned on an island by a mysterious woman known as the Overseer. In a weird Kafka-esque experiment of sorts, the prisoners are fitted with bracelets that track their fear levels. Get too afraid and you turn into a monster. Ooh, symbolism. The second timeline, however, sees Barry arrive on the island in an attempt to rescue his daughter, a whopping 6 months later. The story then unfolds over 4 episodes, each of them named after a Kafka short story, and follows Claire and Moira's attempts to escape and Barry's rescue mission. Barry encounters a little girl known as Natalia, who reveals that the Overseer is in fact Alex Wesker. Contrary to popular belief, not a sister to Albert Wesker, but another child that has survived Umbrella's heinous Project Wesker.
2 Weskers? You gotta be s***ing me.
The quartet finally manage to escape the island, if you got the good ending that is, and defeat Alex with, oh boy, is that, yeah it is, it's back, the most classic of Resident Evil madman murdering weapons, the rocket launcher. Before we get into the madness of Resident Evil 6, we've got another jaunt back into the CG film trilogy, with the middle entry Resident Evil Damnation. Damnation is a considerable improvement over its predecessor, and sees Leon S. Kennedy catapulted back into the story. This time around, Leon ventures to Eastern Europe to investigate rumours that BOWs are being used in a local civil war. Obviously, they are, and he spends the runtime trying to clean up the mess, with occasional help and hindrance from the lady in red herself, Ada Wong.
Oh my god, where do I even start with Resident Evil 6?
Game.
Playing like a greatest hits of the franchise, Resident Evil 6 features a bloated monster of a storyline, with not 1, not 2, not even bloody 3, but 4 different campaigns and 7 major characters. The story kicks off on Christmas Eve 2012 with Jake Muller, the son of the late Albert Wesker. Hang on, when did he get busy? Yeah, Wesker fucks. Being taken into custody by a grown-up Sherry Birkin, who is now a BSAA agent. Muller is the key to creating a vaccine to the new C virus, but Birkin's mission to extract him from the fictional country of Adonia is put on hold when they are hunted down by a new bioweapon called Ustanak, which is like Nemesis on steroids. To add insult to injury, during the attack they are abducted by an imposter calling herself Ada Wong. Meanwhile, BSAA agents Chris Redfield and Piers Nivans are in the same neighbourhood to keep the local infected population under control. They soon come under attack from a new organisation calling itself Neo Umbrella, supposedly led by Ada Wong, and their whole squad is wiped out by the C virus. Fast forward 6 months and the American president is about to air Umbrella's dirty laundry from the 1998 Raccoon City outbreaks. But there's another bioterrorism attack and the president is infected, forcing our old friend Leon Kennedy to kill him. Leon uncovers that the National Security Advisor Derek Simmons was behind the attack, and he tracks down Simmons to a Neo Umbrella lab in Langxiang, China, with his partner Helena Harper. Chris and Piers are then dispatched to Langxiang to hunt down Ada, and they come into contact with Leon and Helena, who inform them that the Ada that they are hunting is in fact a clone. Following their run-in with Chris, Leon and Helena finally confront and defeat a mutated Simmons. Leon then dispatches Chris and Piers to an oil rig to rescue Jake and Sherry and prevent another large-scale bioterrorism attack, this time courtesy of a bioweapon called Chaos. This kitchen sink approach to storytelling all dovetails into a messy conclusion that sees Piers inject himself with the C virus to defeat Chaos. Sherry and Jake then kill the behemoth Ustanak, and the real Ada destroys the lab where her clone was created. Whew, that was a lot. And I didn't even mention the fact that the logo looks like a giraffe being sucked off by a
Vendetta. What do you think cool virus is? C virus.
Unfortunately, the film trilogy closer Resident Evil Vendetta also throws everything in the kitchen sink into its overstuffed narrative too. Vendetta brings Chris and Leon back together again, but also throws Rebecca Chambers back into the mix. Yeah, remember her? Last time we saw her on the timeline was all the way back in the original Resi, like 20 or so minutes ago. Anyway, this trio of bioterrorism busting badasses get embroiled in yet another attempt to unleash a new virus on the unsuspecting citizens of the world. But this time it's a virus with a new name.
The Crystal.
The A virus, because, well, that letter wasn't yet taken. Long story short, the trio succeed, and along the way there's fan favourites all over the shop. A new tyrant, a launcher of the grenade variety, and of course, lots and lots of virus-riddled zombies.
RE9.
Right, after the bonkers plots of the last couple of entries, it's time to take things back to basics with the swampland horror of Resident Evil 7. The year is 2014 and all hell is about to break loose for the Baker family. After encountering an abandoned tanker in the Louisiana bayou, Jack Baker finds a little girl and brings her back to the family home. All appears normal until the girl wakes up and causes the Bakers to go, well... Fast forward 3 years to the summer of 2017 for the main plot of Resident Evil 7, which sees poor Ethan Winters encounter the charming Baker family while he searches for his missing wife Mia. As Ethan endures the delightful hospitality of the Bakers,
Welcome to the family, son.
he soon discovers that his wife and the family have been infected with a mold-like fungus that turns them super aggressive. He escapes the hellish residence with help from the Baker's daughter Zoe, defeating Jack and Margarita along the way. Ethan eventually discovers that his wife Mia was working as an operative for an organisation that developed the little girl known as Evelyn into a bioweapon. Evelyn escapes and, well, you know the rest of the story. Ethan finally encounters Evelyn face to giant face, eventually killing her before being rescued by none other than Boulder murderer Chris Redfield. The pair escape in a helicopter with Mia, if you chose to cure her, and they fly off into the sunrise. Wait, is that an Umbrella logo on the side of that helicopter? Well, sort of. In the wake of Umbrella's messy end, another company known as Blue Umbrella emerged from the ashes with the primary goal to clean up the mess of the original corporation. In the wake of the Baker residence outbreak, Chris Redfield assists Blue Umbrella in capturing Lucas, the last remaining Baker, before he reveals the secrets of Evelyn's infection to nefarious ne'er-do-wells.
Game over.
And so we reach the final destination of this madcap rollercoaster of a franchise, Resident Evil Village, or Resident Evil 8 Age, if you're being pedantic.
3.5 years have passed since the carnage of Resi 7, and Ethan and Mia Winters are living a relatively normal life with their newborn daughter Rose. That is until our pal Chris Redfield and his Hound Wolf squad storm the Winters residence and kidnap hapless Ethan and baby Rose. Ethan and his daughter are taken out of town, but before they can reach their destination, their truck is ambushed, the little nipper Rose is kidnapped by someone else, and Ethan is left for dead. Gosh, this lad just can't catch a break, can he? He awakens to this new nightmare and ventures into a nearby village to search for Rose. The village in question is like something out of a Universal monster movie, complete with actual werewolves roaming the street and a Dracula-alike countess lording over a giant spooky castle. After the former nearly eviscerates poor Ethan, he's imprisoned by the latter, a giant lady vampire known as Lady Dimitrescu. Having been tipped off by a mysterious merchant known simply as the Duke, Ethan discovers that Rosemary has been killed. Oh god. And her body parts scattered across the village in 4 different flasks. Damn, that's dark. The 4 different flasks have been entrusted to 4 different lords, or in a massive callback to the very beginning of this video, 4 of Mother Miranda's Cadu parasite experiments. One by one, Ethan systematically dispatches these monstrosities, starting with the aforementioned tall vampire Lady Dimitrescu, before offing puppet possessor Donna Beneviento, giant fishman Salvatore Moreau, and finally Magneto on steroids Carl Heisenberg. After dispatching Heisenberg, Ethan discovers that Chris is in the neighbourhood, and he tracks him down to have a go at him for shooting his wife. Chris explains that the Mia he shot was actually Mother Miranda in disguise, and that she's pulling the strings on this whole damn puppet show. This surreal nightmare comes to a head when Ethan confronts Miranda, only to die for his troubles. Don't worry, we haven't seen the back, or face either to be honest, of this lad just yet. Having witnessed Ethan's death, Chris assembles his Wolfhound squad, and they venture deep under the village where they discover the truth behind Mother Miranda, and her experiments with the Megamycete. Chris's plan to deal with this truth? Blow the shit out of it. He plants a charge and vacates the premises.
Cut to Ethan, who isn't dead. Well, actually he is, but let me explain.
You see, Ethan has been dead since pretty much the very beginning of Resi 7, after his encounter with Jack Baker. The reason that he's still alive is because he was infected by the very mold that he was trying to destroy in that game, and its powers of revival have been keeping him breathing ever since. Hence why he can just put his hand back on when it's chopped off earlier in the game. The revived Ethan once again takes the fight to Miranda, who's halfway through trying to revive her daughter Eva. With Ethan's timely intervention, she actually revives baby Rose, and with his mission complete, Ethan kills Miranda and stays behind to make sure Chris's bomb destroys the Megamycete. And as the Megamycete blows sky high, Chris jets off into the horizon with Rose and a rescued Mia too, having found her held prisoner in the dungeons of the castle.
Before we close out this timeline, there's one last little epilogue that wraps up the Winter story with a nice, neat little bow. And that's the story DLC expansion, Shadows of Rose.
It's 16 years since the events of Village, and baby Rose is all grown up, and has sadly lived a life of being bullied for her unique powers, a result of her time with Miranda and the Megamycete. Wishing to be rid of her powers, she's given an opportunity to shed them by her friend, a lad simply named Kay. His proposition is for Rose to enter the consciousness of a shard of the Megamycete and recover a purifying crystal to help remove her abilities. Instead of running for the hills at that clearly mad idea, Rose dives on in and finds herself in a warped version of the Dimitrescu castle, trying to survive from a dark version of the merchant from the main Village campaign. As she dives deeper through the various levels of the Megamycete, Rose is aided by a disembodied voice calling himself Michael. His golden words guide Rose past the merchant, a horde of killer dolls, and finally Evelyn, the big bad from Resident Evil 7. Rose eventually nabs the purifying crystal, but in the process comes face to face with Mother Miranda, who reveals that Kay was an illusion, and the whole setup was a plot to use Rose as a vessel to revive her daughter Eva. Michael also reveals himself to be Ethan's consciousness, and this lovely family reunion is promptly ruined by Miranda baying for blood. Ethan and Rose eventually overpower Miranda when Rose decides to keep her powers, and with Miranda dispatched once again, Rose finds herself back home in her own reality. And the game ends with Rose at her father's graveside being drafted back into the machinations of some shadowy organisation. And as they drive off into the distance, a mysterious figure is seen approaching their car. Who is he? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see where this mad franchise goes next for the answer to that.
And that, friends, is
And
the
they never
Resident
pick
Evil
up on that.
timeline in a hideous, hideous nutshell.
And that's the timeline, chat. That is the timeline. 5, 4, 3. Just in time. Yes. Just in time. Two minutes. I got from YouTube. Hey man, I'm great tonight. See you, chill guy. Yo, 2 minutes. 1 minute. Well, technically still 2 minutes, but you know what I mean. A little trick if you're watching a live stream, put it on 4 times speed and it will catch up. There we go. Yo, I'm going. It's going good. It's going good. I'm chilling right now. Logan just texted. He said, we need Devil May Cry 6. What up, Fortnite? Four. 3, 2.
Bingo.
Everybody.
I sense suffering here, Spirit.
Resident Evil 9?
Do you need help?
Yeah, I'm excited. Every game that comes up and be like, Resident Evil 9?
A spirit guide?
Thanks so much for Nick for following.
It's been a long time since we've had one of your kind in Cosmora. I'm glad you're here. That temple has been sealed as long as I can remember. Dangerous corruption was locked inside, along with the secrets of a forgotten practice. Spirit guides here once used alchemy to cleanse corruption. Maybe you can do the same.
bind you, gripping to the present, which must always pass. Regret will bind you, longing for the past
The hell was that?
you cannot change. Love will bind you, yearning for a future you will not see. Unbound, may you depart in peace.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh and this is my brother Mike.
We hope you enjoyed that first look at our next game, Kena, Scars of Cosmora.
After the amazing response to Kena Bridge of Spirits in 2021, the team was excited to
This is a
take on the
sequel?
challenge of creating something even bigger and better this time around.
Woo, 40
Our
streams.
partnership with PlayStation Studios has empowered us to expand our scope while still staying true to what made the first game special.
That looks cool.
Since her
though.
adventure in Bridge of Spirits, Kena has grown into an older, more experienced spirit guide. Her reputation now precedes her. She comes to a new land called Cosmora, home to multiple distinct communities. On this adventure, Kena discovers a spirit guide's role in helping living people, not only those who have passed away. With PlayStation Studios support, we're building on everything that fans loved about the first game.
I think we get
Deeper, more
DMC. I
dynamic
hope.
combat, epic boss battles, a larger, richer world, and of course, our charming spirit companions.
Hey.
Kena, Scars of Cosmora releases on PlayStation 5 and PC. Thanks so much for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, man. Well, they got this game or the other one, I think. Maybe the other one, because this game ain't out yet. Ow.
Long ago, in the wilds
Those
of
DOT?
Esso, demons terrorized the land and subjugated its people. They were known as the Spider, the Oni, the Kitsune,
Hello.
and the Snake. Many fought back. Many
DLC.
were cut down.
Online multiplayer. DLC 6. I'm down. 4 playable classes.
Nothing can stop a true warrior from vengeance, not even death.
DLC Legends. Looks cool.
Who do you think will come out on top, Sam? You? Or me? I can't wait to find out.
Upscaling airframe gen. Nice. March 19th. Okay.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Graphics are cool. Bad Robot Games.
Hi, I'm Mike Booth from Bad Robot Games, game director of 4 Loop. As a game designer, a core goal of mine has always been to make game experiences that offer interesting surprises and unpredictable moments that never get old. The result is Forley, an emergent, challenging, 4-player combat sandbox where you and your friends succeed through cooperation and improvisation, and where no two runs are ever the same. At the heart
Like a
of Forley
roguelike?
is a probability map, which combines alien technology and human ingenuity to plot your best path forward to defeat the invaders. Each node represents a different mission with its own risks, rewards, and surprises. Everyone
is like a
votes to
roguelike?
choose the next mission. Once you've chosen a node on the probability map, your team will teleport into the mission. You may have to collect mission-critical resources, or even rescue survivors that can offer cool upgrades for your gear, all while trying to avoid the alien forces constantly sending drop pods and kill bots to stop you.
Okay.
We've worked hard to ensure that there are tons of items to choose from, and a lot of strange creatures and mysterious things to encounter. For example, this weird alien plant is called a blink root, where you can collect a blink berry, which will teleport anyone who touches it to a random, distant location.
It teleported my connection to hell, apparently. That blink root just destroyed. It just teleported the connection straight to hell. Oh, I think it just crashed. Alright. It just crashed. Let me just go to PlayStation.
The home base is a place for your team to readjust their strategy, evolve your loadout, and choose rewards from an increasing array of powerful gear and upgrades.
Didn't he touch me through
Each
the
active
blueberry?
probability
Yeah.
map culminates in one of multiple boss battles. This is the scanner boss, a huge geologic surveyor that scans for flux deposits to harvest. Its scan fields are very lethal, creating a dynamic obstacle course of lasers to avoid while attempting to destroy the boss itself. Because
Okay.
the scanner's body rotates like a 3D puzzle, you want to spread out and attack it from all sides. All, of course, while avoiding the slow-moving, lethal laser grids. Our
Which
goal
one is
here
this
is to create something
PlayStation State
new,
of Play?
where every run has you yelling and laughing and saying, "I can't believe that just happened." We're currently in pre-beta, so there's still plenty of polish to come, and we need players like you to join us in upcoming playtests. Your feedback will be invaluable in helping us make this game truly great. We can't wait for you to play it for yourselves. Now, go and fail to save the world.
Hugh, look!
Magmata.
What's this?
That's the Earth.
You really can make everything with lunafilament, huh? Looks a bit like New York.
Is that a place on Earth?
Can't believe we haven't found any survivors.
I haven't seen anyone besides you since leaving the vault.
All alone, huh? I know the feeling.
Hey, Hugh. What were you like as a kid?
Annoying.
When I was young, I was in an orphanage.
I was a lot like you. I had a few bumps along the way. But I had someone looking out for me. And now it's your turn.
Damn. This game might make a few people cry.
Removal time exceeding estimates. Deploying reinforcements.
Don't be gone.
What in the...
Oh shit! Honestly, I fucking react. Holy shit! Fucking giant spider baby face robots just fell from the sky.
That's 6 now.
It's Resident Evil time. Shut the fuck up.
6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Yeah, that's not good. Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. The Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center.
You okay? What does Victor want with you?
What do you mean?
He grabbed you for a reason. Did you find anything on Opus?
Not yet. Nothing on the servers of the CIA or the Pentagon.
You are an ignorant.
Oh.
Leon, we're running out of time.
Uh-oh.
Why me?
Leon's dying.
The team has settled on a person of interest. A former
The
T-virus
gas station.
Because my master made you who you are.
Raccoon City was where it all began for me.
I'm coming with you.
That girl.
I can't talk. What do you want to know?
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
Peak.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Sherry! I knew it!
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson.
And I'm Sid Schumann. We're back with a new batch of games on their way to PS5.
But before we begin, we wanted to highlight the upcoming release dates for both Pragmata and Resident Evil Requiem from Capcom. Both are coming soon to PS5 with support for PS5 Pro.
Sherry.
Now, let's return to the dark world of Nosgoth with an announcement for fans of Legacy of Kain. 2003's Legacy of Kain Defiance is being remastered by Crystal Dynamics and will be available to pre-order today. The final chapter in the Soul Reaver saga brings players into the conflict between the vampire Kain and his betrayed lieutenant, Roger.
Sherry.
This remaster boasts updated HD graphics, a new third-person camera, and wayfinding level maps, as well as bonus features like character skins.
Now, what do you have to tell me?
Lost levels, deep lore, photo mode, and more. The digital deluxe version of the game includes promotional comics and a playable demo of Dark Prophecy, the unreleased sequel to Defiance.
Given the choice, whether to rule a corrupt and failing empire, or to challenge the fates for another throw against one's destiny, what was a king to do?
Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered launches next month and will be available to pre-order starting today.
Brigandine Abyss is the latest installment in HappyNet's Brigandine series, which dates back to 1998 on the original PlayStation. This fantasy war strategy RPG tells the story of 6 heroes who rise against an empire invading with overwhelming power. Enjoy deep strategic gameplay with over 100 unit classes, including knights and new types of
Sherry
monsters.
has returned.
And countless hours of gameplay.
This might
with
actually
6
be
main
Leon's final
storylines
ride.
and side quests across 24 nations.
大陸の守護者たる私たちの兵をこうもたやすく
Brigandine Abyss launches this year, and you can wishlist it starting today.
Now let's head over to Koei Tecmo Games in Yokohama for an update on the Dead or Alive series.
Hello.
こんにちは。シリーズプロデューサーの林です。本日はデッドアライブシリーズが
I can't
新
pick,
たな
man.
アップ
I'm
デート
really
ととも
decisive
に
when it comes to
復
voice
活することを
actors.
発
They
表
both
させてい
give
ただきま
great
す。
work to the characters.
無限転身の名にかけて
What about y'all? Any voice actors y'all really like? Roger Craig Smith comes to mind when it comes to Chris.
本作デッドアライブ6ラストラウンドはオリジナルのデッドアライブ6をベースにダウンロードコンテンツとして追加配信したキャラクターをセットにしプレイステーション5用の最適化 新規コスチュームの追加、
Do you have like that in RE9 or some people? Yeah.
新たなフォトモードの追加を行ったタイトルです。
I get your ass beat in a fighting game, your friend pausing against a photo mode just to see it.
今後も新キャラクターや新コスチュームの配信など継続的なアップデートを予定しています。
I gotta say about these fighting games, the punches feel real.
無料版も
Like
展
they
開
have
予定
weight
で
to
すの
them.
で、シリーズ
Ain't
を
that
遊ん
crazy
だ
yet?
こと
We've
ない
seen
方も
RE9 Sherry's in that
ご体
motherfucker.
験ください。
あなたに私は倒せない。
Okay, I can imagine RE9 is gonna be harder on Leon. R6 is one of the zombies. Not gonna tell me. True. Heard him over Nick.
デッドアライブは1996年から展開している対戦アクションゲームシリーズです。数多くの作品を世に送り出して今年で30周年になります。そのタイミングでこういった発表できることを大変嬉しく思います。
Yeah, you missed the RE9 trailer. Sherry was in that.
こちらの映像をご覧ください。
Use my RPG now or wait? You're fighting Sadler right now? Yeah, you can use RPG now. After I'm saying anything? Yeah, I just came. Yeah, RE9 was showed. Sherry was showed. I just get a turn around, I just see titties? What the fuck? RE9 was showed, Sherry was in it.
デッドアライブシリーズ最
And
新
it is
作の
confirmed that
開発
Leon
始動
is
しました。
factually dying.
続報をお待ちください。
Zoe, I see the spotlights.
And you're getting closer.
Then get ready.
Listen,
50
Dylan,
point.
we're getting distress calls from the theater, but research thinks we might have a resident on our hands. No one should have survived
Resident?
Then I'll hurry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mikael Kasurinen, and I'm the creative director of Control Resonant, the game-changing sequel to Control. What you are seeing here is an early mission captured from our in-development build. We play as Dylan Faden, our supernaturally gifted hero, in a version of Manhattan like you haven't seen before. We recently acquired Shift, an ability that empowers Dylan to seamlessly move through gravity anomalies and adapt to the world around him.
I like that.
Here we are
He'd be a girl
showcasing a
dad,
set of
yeah.
different forms of Dylan's main weapon.
I think Leon was the major girl dad.
And his supernatural abilities. There are a lot of different ones you can discover to suit your playstyle.
Hey, not yet.
While in combat, we encourage you to play aggressively, balancing between melee attacks and abilities.
Using Leon date player Ada. Obviously Ada.
Any updates for me?
Ada,
kind of.
definitely.
You'll know it when you hear it. Just try to stay alive out there, okay?
This looks cool. I like the giant hammer.
Almost there, Zoe.
Zoe!
What the hell is that thing?
It might be. Oh. Double drop? Don't know yet.
I think I hear something. I know where the Resonant is, Zoe. I'll call you back.
Resident?
Resonants are the dominant threat in what's our most ambitious game to date. And we can't wait to share it with you later in 2026.
Hey. Are you an evil resident? Hello? Because they did jump like more like get a kid, I have to commit to someone. That is true. Maybe they adopted though, bro. Never know. Do you think Leon would date Wesker or Claire? Wesker and have they ever met? Have they ever interacted?
This night, to save the
Wesker and
aged
Leon?
man. Half human, half angel. They call you sin. I call you salvation.
Sick. It's like Azrael. They did not in canon entry though. Ah. Don't want to have Leon and Wesker ever. Like yapped. It's a multiplayer game. You play Silent Hill F yet? I beat it. Guys, if you're gonna ask me if I played a game, the big thing is I've probably already played it. I have beaten Silent Hill F. It's on the VOD channel. Really, how do you think of it? The beginning was really strong. The ending, it kind of fell off. I have not finished it yet. What part are you on? I actually like this though. This gameplay looks solid. Yo, what up? There's so much going on already. I'm overstimulated. Fictions. Game Freak.
本題だ、上官よ。任務は分かっているが。
主の発見と討伐。
そうだ。
And the visuals in this is... Bro, you ain't shit. Motherfuckers getting parried at everything. Pokemon game? Oh, I don't think so. Paradox game, what do you mean? Hey. The visuals in this is insane. What the fuck? Yeah. Wesker knew. Wesker has inside knowledge about everything. Maybe for real. Leon is not dating Grace. He's like half his age.
Thanks to Fictions and Game Freak for that new look at characters in combat in Beast of Reincarnation. It's coming to PS5 this summer.
Our next title debuted 3 decades ago alongside the original PlayStation, and it introduced the world to an iconic character. Today, Ubisoft and Digital Eclipse celebrate that legacy with Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition.
The Rayman Rabbids crossover was great.
This digital museum features 5 playable versions of the original game, including the 1995 PlayStation release, enhanced with new accessibility options.
Yes.
Discover the secrets behind Rayman's development through a long-lost playable prototype, restored for the first time. Plus, an interactive documentary packed with unseen design documents and never-before-heard insights from the original creators.
Et à un moment, c'est Sony qui arrive en disant, bah voilà notre console, on va révolutionner le jeu vidéo.
Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition comes to PS5 digitally starting
30th
tomorrow,
anniversary. Yeesh.
while physical editions will be available June 26th.
Mina the Hollower is an action-adventure title from the creators of Shovel Knight. Take control
Anybody
of
playing
Mina
Mina
as
the
she
Hollower?
charges into a bizarre mission to save a cursed island.
Thought it was about to be a new Rayman.
Whip foes into oblivion, burrow under hazards and
They
monsters,
probably
and
teasing
hunt
it
down
away,
secrets
man.
in a pixel-perfect
That's
love
probably their
letter to
reason. Like they're
handheld
probably
gaming.
they're probably testing the interest with it. But hey, anybody
Mina the
interested?
Hollower's
maybe?
release date is on the
I don't
horizon.
know, not my kind of game.
The limited time demo
Gotta
will
give it
be
a try, man.
exclusively available on PlayStation 5
I'm definitely
tomorrow.
playing this.
Set years before the events of the original game, this prologue tells the story of how Alba and the wolf cub Neva first met.
Hey.
Alba must earn the young wolf's trust and guide her through the blighted wilderness. Together, they will face new enemies and endure perilous trials, while confronting a monstrous force that threatens to tear them apart. Players can look forward to using new gameplay mechanics in all new locations.
Jesus.
Neva Prologue launches February 19th.
Thanks, Neva.
Up next, a tactical stealth action title from Shueisha Games and Acquire, a team with ninja credentials dating back to the Tenchu series.
There's a lot of period piece games now. What I would give to be a ninja in real life. That's period piece games. It feels like the only period is feudal Japan. Facts. That's all they make. Feudal Japan game. Hope we get news on DMC6. I hope so. I fucking hope so. Logan is rooting for it. I don't even know if it's awesome, but it's like 20, 30 different feudal Japan games. I feel like when it goes to you, go to Yote. 27. What the hell are you? A bird that drinks tears.
We are the children
From
of
Brandon.
the water,
Okay.
born of the goddess. You filthy creatures, faithless, soulless, unclean. This world was never yours to keep.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you stand in the way of purity, little king?
What the fuck are they getting? Is that a chicken? I want to get this game now. I want to play as a giant chicken man. I'm sold. I'm buying this game now. Yes! Yes! Having to reboot at some point? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna reboot. At least I hope not. Giant chicken. I just want to play the giant chicken. Every game always has like a running clip of that same exact angle. Whether you're on a horse or running by yourself. Chicken Man, Peter Griffin. Bro, this shit was like fun. I want to buy. They sold me bags. I don't need a lot to be sold. I see the chicken. I'm like, oh, okay. Exactly what I want. Look at that. Project winless. Fuck it. I'll take it. I want to know more about the Chicken Man. Oh yeah.
Our newest
Chip for sure gonna be canceled. It's just the development might be in development hell. They're like, how are we gonna make this chicken enjoyable for everybody?
Since you're here, why not take part in a friendly exhibition race?
It's some pod racer shit. I might get this. I might get this.
Impeding! Impeding! If they weren't holding me back right now, I'd have you frozen in carbonite!
Damn. Okay. Galactic races. Okay. 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 Capper Pingzoid. Glup Shido.
Bond is immature and reckless. He's a bad influence on the other recruits who inexplicably fall victim to his charm.
Look, I know where this is going. Do you mind telling me why I'm here?
I would like you to join His Majesty's Secret Service.
You what?
I know all about your exploits in Iceland.
I strongly believe that there is a need for such heart and intuition in modern spycraft. That's the very reason I'm bringing back the Double O's.
Need I state the obvious?
We gotta give it a try. Oh yeah, I'm definitely
ready.
Jibs, the service is over.
I want to play the 007 game.
You're a rare breed, Bond. I should be interested to see what you do next.
009 will employ every manner of subterfuge to avoid capture.
Try not to draw attention to yourself. Me? Housekeeping, I presume?
You seem the kind of guy who knows what he likes.
So you won't do anything stupid?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot.
Agents have very short life expectancy. And if you do get caught, we will deny ever having heard of you. How does that sound?
When do I start?
Big. I actually have it in my video game fantasy thing. I know for a fact this game's gonna do numbers. I feel it in the boing loins. Hello?
I'm Peter Brown. I manage the game content team within Third Party Portfolio. We evaluate games coming from publishers all over the world, from indie to AAA.
Oh, this is RL stuff.
Those of us in the Third Party Portfolio team travel the world and meet with our partners. And it's even more exciting for me when those partners have been foundational to my own love of video games. And Konami is definitely one of those partners. I think a lot of people remember Konami for being with PlayStation in the very beginning, taking some amazing franchises that everyone already knew and loved and injecting them with new technology and new ways of designing video games that we haven't thought of before. We were really impressed when Konami approached us with their list of announcements for today's State of Play. So to mark the occasion, we wanted to try something a little different. We join you today from Konami Creative Front Tokyo Bay, not only to share some really exciting reveals for upcoming games, but also spotlight some of the key talent behind them. We're really excited about the diverse lineup they've brought today, and we hope you will be too. Enjoy.
There's one more thing
Yes!
I must do. One last punishment I must endure.
Yes! I fucking love this game. And its 40-minute opening cutscene.
That is now preparing to unleash an insurrection.
Liquid's goal is to seize control of SOP, the Sons of the Patriot system that controls the soldiers.
Will you do this for me? Will you terminate Liquid? How long is my body gonna hold out?
When all of this is over, you'll have no choice but to accept death.
This.
Yes. Kojima should be here.
My final mission.
So began the war between
I
Zero
fucking love Metal Gear,
and
man.
Cross.
Do you understand, Snake? Any means necessary. Just stop Liquid's insurrection. Liquid! Guns of
Snake! Alright, Mark. Gotta get some sleep. Stay here. I'm sick as hell. Alright, peace, man. Good night.
I knew where my loyalty belonged. Nukes. They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
They're bringing nukes into Costa Rica.
We are not allowed to bear arms.
Please, you must drive them out of our defenseless country. As our deterrent.
Yes. It simply said Jack. Over and over.
Boss. Is that you? Answer me! Boss!
Yeah. Yeah. The song comes from having some of the wicked, wacky shit imaginable. Facts. It leans into the corniness. If it took itself too seriously, it wouldn't be as good.
メタルギアシリーズ制作プロデューサーの岡村則明です。メタルギアファンの皆様、大変お待たせいたしました。プレイステーション3向けのみで発売されていたメタルギアソリッド4ガンズ・オブ・ザ・パトリオットがプレイステーション5でついに遊べるようになります。加えてプレイステーションポータブル、プレイステーション3向けに発売されたメタルギアソリッドピースウォーカーを含むメタルギアコレクションシリーズの第2弾となっております。メタルギアサーガのラストを飾る伝説の作品を最新ハードでぜひ体感してください。そして、現在発売中のメタルギアソリッドマスターコレクションボリューム1につきましても最後のアップデートを実施いたします。初代プレイステーション向けに発売されたメタルギアソリッドには高解像度設定を追加し、ご覧のように映像が美しく文字も読みやすくなりました。
I do miss the low res
メタルギアソリッド3スネークイーターについてもさらなる高解
Snake
像
Eater will
度
be
化を
also
実現して
upgraded.
います。
There's no point in getting this one now because the fucking Snake Eater
本日
remake.
よりアップデート配信開始となりますので、この機会にぜひメタルギアソリッドマスターコレクションボリューム1も体験してみてください。さらに、今回の発表を記念いたしまして、メタルギアシリーズの始まりの物語、メタルギアソリッドデルタスネークイーターも特別なセールを実施しています。50% オフという大変お求めやすい価格で購入できますので、この機会にぜひ楽しんでください。これからもメタルギアシリーズの展開にご期待ください。そして
What's
最後に
next?
こちらの映像をご覧くだ
So
さい。
what's next? What the fuck? What? Oh. A tribute to Snake. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, man. Okay, man. Once he said what's next, I'm like, what's next? I thought we were about to get fed. I thought it was gonna be like the next Metal Gear. Thanks. I'm seeing all these 20s, 30s, 40th anniversaries.
Most Royal Majesty.
You sound kind of heated over beak. I am heated.
God, the King of France.
You think Jake might return? I hope not. Murphy Brain kind of games, yeah, but I'm hurt.
So now, we appeal to you. Trevor Belmont. Last
Belmont.
House Belmont.
Hell yeah.
ご覧いただきありがとうございます。キャッスルバニアベルモンドカースプロデューサーの谷口勉です。今回見ていただいた映像はキャッスルバニアシリーズ40周年記念第1弾となるキャッスルバニアベルモンドカースのアナウンス映像です。これまで我々のチームは多くの方にキャッスルバニアに触れていただきたいという思いでシリーズの過去作を最新ハードでプレイしていただけるようにいくつかのコレクションタイトルを配信してきました。また多くの素晴らしいパートナーとコラボレーションにも取り組んでまいりました。そしてやっと本日新しいゲームについて皆様に報告できるところまで来ました。そのことがすごく嬉しいです。今回のタイトルではイビルエンパイアモーションツインという才能と情熱にあふれるシリーズへの愛を持ったスタジオとともにプロジェクトに取り組んでいます。これまでのシリーズらしさを大切にしながらも新しいアイデアと現代的なゲームプレイを取り入れることでキャラクターのアクションをよりダイナミックで爽快に仕上がっています。シリーズファンの方はもちろんぜひ遊んでくださいと思っておりますが、まだキャッスルバニアに触れたことがないという方にもぜひ楽しんでほしいです。発売は2026年を予定しておりますので続報を楽しみにお待ちください。
This the Naughty Dog game, the new one?
You can't stay in this room forever. I can't stay in this room forever. I know this is going to be hard. But you have to come back to me.
Hey.
Come back to me, Simon.
Simon. Wait. Everybody shut the fuck up. Silent Hill time. Holy shit, it's me.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different.
Oh. I like how they hid the S and then revealed it's not Silent Hill.
I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. It doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Shit. Oh shit. First person. Oh yeah. What the fuck? Yes! Yeah. Yeah. Peak. Yes. Peak. Yes. Oh no, Silent immediately after State of Play. Wait, there's a Silent Hill transmission. Is this the one remake?
A world shrouded by lightfall. Shining drops of light.
I got to.
Bring death as
We gotta join the Silent Hill transmission now. Unless they release that RE9 demo. We can do both. Oh, alright. Man, they revealed this is also Silent Hill. Like Silent Hill. Gooner City. Silent Hill fogging in the gooning in the fog. Some shit like that. Smile leaving my face immediately. No, it's Silent Hill, guys. You don't get it.
Hey! Ash, come on! Let's begin our journey.
Femboy Silent Hill. Silent Hill Femboy Chronicles. Silent Hill Twink in the Fog.
Those were Her Majesty's words.
I'm going to defeat
I'll be hilarious.
you here.
Whoever put this after the Silent Hill thing is insane. They did that on purpose. Rev Noir. That song was pretty badass, though. I'm not gonna lie. When hope sparks catastrophe. He's screaming, guys. He's screaming in the thing.
皆さんこんにちは。プロデューサーの門井です。ティザートレーラーの方はいかがでしたでしょうか。レブノワールは完全新作の JRPG です。
Well, I've seen all I really wanted to see. I'm trying to see if like there's gonna be a demo. Now we know there's a Silent Hill transmission after this, so we gotta find it.
成長。そして JRPG には
Hopefully we get some
大
extra
事な
gameplay.
心揺さぶられるような
If
展
they
開。
release that demo, man,
こちらを大事にしてナラティブというものを表現しよう
That's
と
what I'm saying.
突き進めております。新しい冒険が始まるというワクワク感、ぜひ楽しんでいただけると思います。今日、お届けした映像は本当に一部の一部で、レブノワール続報がこれからもどんどん出ていくと思いますので、ぜひ、楽しみにお待ちいただければと思います。
What is this? John Wick, the John Wick game. Looks like the John Wick game. I recognize the Continental. I'm really good at guessing what a game is, and it is John Wick. Is it? See what I mean? I see one little thing from one little piece of media. How? I know. Guys, I just know. I've played way too many games to now recognize something's happening.
Capable, adaptable.
Sixth Sense for games. Damn.
He must be
Bro, is he a pixel? No, the exact coordinates. Hey man, remember I told y'all, chat, I played a lot of games in my lifetime. At this point, it just comes naturally. Come. This is cool though. They better make it third person. Game like combat like Sifu. That would be cool.
I believe you are ready, sir.
Better not be first person. They better make it third person. Add combat. Some advanced, like, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it like Max Payne. Oh, it is just like Sifu. Damn. He's seeing you.
Good morning, New Cascadia. This is Joy, your community outreach liaison.
It is Marathon.
It's a lovely day outside. It's quiet. Very quiet. Rainfall is expected to begin in the early afternoon and last until... a long time.
Okay.
For those who did not wake, your restless dreams endure.
In my restless
So
dreams,
small among the stars.
I see that town.
Breathe softly.
Marathon rain and
Do
fall.
not worry.
This is also Silent
Peace
Hill,
is
guys.
upon you. And I am here to walk with you into its embrace.
Marathon zombies, facts.
Mayday! Mayday! This is General David Reed of the new Cascadia colony on Tau City.
I'd buy. I'd buy it.
Whoever.
Kinda, I feel like my friends are gonna convince me to buy this shit. We're gonna play it for like a week and then never play it again.
Weapons, supplies, a way out, a way back. Mayday! Mayday! This is David Reed.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of games coming out.
I feel like I'm praying. We've had to do things to survive. Things I never would have. We're monsters. We're all monsters.
They're like, we're monsters. Humanity. My morals are declined. They show badass killing clips after. Like, we're all fucking monsters. You're fucking ziplining and blowing people the fuck up. I like the tonal shift. But really that bad if it's a sick ass clip? Exactly.
Mayday, mayday. Mayday.
We're monsters. I did shit to survive. Zipline 360, throwing grenades down. I hear you, man. March 5th launch. Say that. Oh my god.
Hey everyone, my name is Joe Ziegler and I'm the game director on Marathon. Today we're excited to announce our server slam from February 26th through March 2nd.
Thank you.
Where you can join us on Tau Ceti and help test Marathon on PlayStation 5 and other platforms. Our server slam features an introduction to the survival gameplay of Marathon, giving you a chance to explore the dangerous world of Tau Ceti and unlock rewards for the full release on Thursday, March 5th. For all PlayStation Plus players, we're also excited to share a collection of unique weapon charms that pay homage to some of our favorite PlayStation games, including Helldivers 2, Death Stranding 2, and Ghost of Yotei, all available at launch. From everyone here at Bungie, thank you for joining us on this journey. We'll see you on Tau Ceti starting February 26th.
What's good? At work, just want to pop and say, what's up? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Just doing some React stuff.
Hey, I'm Brett.
And I'm Kristen. Thanks to
Hi.
Bungie for that new look at Marathon, coming to PS5 on March 5th with the server slam running February 26th through March 2nd.
Now let's check in on what's coming to PlayStation Plus over the next few months. Up first, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 swings into game catalog next week.
Oh.
Developed by Insomniac Games in collaboration with Marvel Games, be greater together as Peter Parker and Miles Morales. Let's go! In this thrilling sequel, the Spider-Men must balance their personal and heroic responsibilities while protecting the city from iconic villains.
All Miles talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man. How to help you.
Marvel's Spider-Man 2 joins the PlayStation Plus game catalog on February 17th.
Cool.
The PlayStation Plus Classics catalog welcomes 2 fan favorites over the next few months, starting with Tekken Dark Resurrection, a fantastic fighting game that originally released on PSP.
Platinum Spider-Man, it just
PlayStation
feels like
Plus Premium
empty.
members can expect to revisit this handheld classic in March.
The original PlayStation version of Time Crisis brings arcade action to the Classics catalog in May.
I love Time Crisis.
This version also offers gyroscopic aiming with the DualShock 4 or PS5 DualSense controller, simulating the original light gun experience.
May 2026. Ah.
Big Walk is a cooperative multiplayer adventure about teamwork and talking.
We've seen this at the Game Awards, right?
Hang out and get lost with your friends in an open world full of challenges, puzzles, and playful discoveries.
Hello. Once again, 2026.
That's all for me and Brett, but we still have a lot more cool stuff to show you, including brand new Saros gameplay.
Housemarque's next action game releases April 30th, and creative director Gregory Loudon has even more systems and combat to break down.
Thank you.
Let's take a look.
Thank you, Saros.
What is that for you, Arjun? Finishing the mission. Keeping people safe. Oh, Arjun. I know you better than that.
Hey everyone, I'm Gregory Loudon, Creative Director at Housemarque. Today we're excited to show off our Comeback Stronger features and Eclipse gameplay running on PlayStation 5. In Saros, you step into the shoes of Arjun Devraj, performed by the brilliant Rahul Kohli, who is discovering the hostile shape-shifting planet of Carcosa. As you encounter a variety of ever more brutal hostiles, death is inevitable. But in Saros, death only means that you will come back stronger. Welcome to the Passage. You are not on your own. Interacting with the survivors of Echelon 4 will help you understand the mysteries of Carcosa.
I think this is like
I can't believe so many are gone. They didn't all die. Some of them changed.
This is Primary, the voice of Soltari. Here you can engage with our permanent progression systems to upgrade your armor's attributes and acquire special perks. With Carcosan modifiers, you can adjust your experience by, for example, making hostiles tougher, weaker, or even removing the second chance ability entirely. However, all adjustments you choose must be kept in balance to ensure a consistent challenge level. Primary also allows you to teleport directly to the environment you have unlocked. This means getting back into the action quicker. It also means easier replayability the further you get into the world. Using the teleport, you can now quickly restart the selected biome and get back to where you were. And now it's time to take another shot at what killed you the first time around.
This game has been showed at every single award show since last year.
By using it, you discover that it calls the Eclipse. The Eclipse corrupts the world.
Escalation of gameplay, audio,
escalation of our gameplay, our audio, and our visuals on Carcosa.
I don't know why. I think it just looks a lot like Returnal.
Projectiles which reduce your maximum armor integrity, but you can restore it by using your power weapon.
This looks like it's a lot going on. Busy game.
Become corrupted, which alters them in both positive and negative ways, which ramps up the challenge. We can't wait for you to play Saros when we launch on April 30th.
Yeah, it looks exactly like Returnal Times doing a lot, but yeah, it's just. Is it from the same? It's probably from the same studio. Maybe then. Cool. Deluxe edition. Hey. Me for real.
The air trembles. Mother Earth herself senses the coming battle.
Whoa.
The world may hate us, we still have to save it.
What is
A true
Marvel?
team is unbreakable.
I called it
You cannot
beforehand.
stand against the storm.
I called it beforehand.
Feel the power of Mother Earth.
Let me at them,
I
Storm.
recognize that comic book style.
Limbo is waiting, and I'm starving for your soul! Time to end this.
I've got this one. I'll show you how the X-Men get it done. You're cooked, Bob.
You're cooked, Bob.
Initiating attack.
God, I miss Marvel vs. Capcom.
I am all that remains of Shi'ar technology. Prepare to be disassembled. Surrender to avoid further danger.
Let's finish this.
Smoking.
We are stronger together.
Steve Blum as well. Why was that held? They held that comment. They were like, hey, this has been held. Might be might be problematic. Steve Blum is a good Wolverine. That Howard the Duck? Oh, I love Howard the Duck. Oh shit.
マーベル闘魂ファイティングソウルズ最新のトレーラーお楽しみいただけましたでしょうか。本当にお待たせしてしまいましたけども、こうして一番初めに X-Men のチームトレーラーを発表できたこと本当に嬉しく思っています。
We're super stoked to introduce the mutants as the newly formed unbreakable X-Men into the world of Marvel Tokon.
マジックは中間距離を大きな剣で制しながらテレポーテーションで裏回りしたりなど多彩なトリッキーな動きをすることができます。
Think of Wolverine as an unstoppable savage tank. Some of his claw swipes have armor on them, so he's literally going to be able to shred through opponents' attacks.
デンジャーは体のいろんな部分をですね武器に変形して戦うことができるキャラクターです。
She's trained the X-Men over years through battle simulation. So as a zoner in this game, she's going to set up so many traps that her opponents are going to feel like they're running an obstacle course.
It's a really soft hard game. Yeah. Reminds me a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom,
トレー
which
ラーの
is
冒頭では新たに
I
紡がれ
think
る
one
マ
of
ーベル
the
ユニバー
best
ス
fighting
闘魂オリジナル
games.
ストーリーの映
Period.
像を含めさせていただきました。
That shit was so
マーベル
good.
闘魂ファイティングソウルズ20キャラクターの
20
プレイヤ
playable
ブルを実装
characters.
しま
That's
して
pretty damn good too.
2026年8月6日に発売いたします。
Pre-orders open next week, so please check out our variety of
It was
editions and goodies, and we can't wait to share with you.
I might
some
try
more.
to emulate it.
Please check it out and
Stay tuned.
God of War? This a remake? Collection?
Zeus! Your son has returned.
Yes. The remake.
Hey, what's happening? What's
Hey!
happening, people?
It is OGTC. That's right, the original God of War. Yeah, I'm back, baby. And I'm thrilled to bring you some exciting news about the series today, starting with that teaser that you just saw, yeah? Now look, we are happy and excited to finally confirm that, the Greek trilogy remake is now in development. Yeah, man, I know. Sit down.
Okay.
Now look, this project is still in the early stages, so it'll be a minute before we get back to share another update, right? But I'm telling you, next time we come back, we coming with something big, baby. Yeah. And in addition, since we're approaching the last few months of God of War's 20th anniversary year, we couldn't let it close without one last surprise. Now, this announcement is a passion project that will let you experience God of War's signature brutal combat, rewarding exploration, and heartfelt storytelling like you've never heard it before. I'm telling you. That's all you get. So, thank you for 2 strong decades of support, and we can't wait for you to see what we've got cooking to keep the next 20 years surprising, fresh, and fun as hell to play. Yeah, all right, you can watch it now. Go. Why are you still here? Go. Go!
Oh. Big Cat Studios.
Before I was a father. Before I was a god. I was a Spartan.
Oh, it's his life. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Spartans! Our duty is to Sparta.
And his brother's probably gonna be there too.
Courage is a decision. Press your attack! Don't relent! Never on our backs! Never left behind! Always united!
The legendary saga of gods and monsters.
Yeah.
Of tragedies and triumphs.
Put them on Xbox.
Of destruction.
They can put these solo play games back on Xbox and still do this shit anymore. I start chasing about multiplayer because it makes so much money.
Yeah.
Heroes, be ready for Sparta!
Yeah, I thought they were gonna have footage of the remakes, but they just started, and it's like, all right.
This is only the beginning.
Oh, available today. I think that's it. Okay. That was great. That was great. That's great. Not gonna lie. That was great. That was good. Chat is saying 6 out of 10. Man, people online just be miserable. Silent Hill. Why am I mid? All right. Let's see. Is this it? In 35 minutes? Ugh. $35 minutes. Is it short? 24 minutes. It says 4 p.m. PST. Get some more Silent Hill? Yes.
Bingo?
Yes, we are. But so then, what do you guys think of that? What did you guys think of that?
Huh?
That was pretty good. They 35 minutes though. They said immediately after. It was so cool. Honestly, I really liked it. I'm not even disappointed that they didn't put a RE9 demo out. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Jerry's in it. I knew there was gonna be a demo. You were smarter than me. Pretty good, honestly. The Star Wars racing game. Star Wars racing game looks really good. Where is Claire though? Since Sherry's back, Claire has to be back. Claire has to be back. Right? Claire has to be back. Ada's definitely gonna be in it. Yeah, I don't think there hasn't been I don't think there hasn't been a game where Leon's in it and Ada isn't in it. Let's have blonde girls like Ashley, which would be hilarious. Yeah, sure. I know Jake is a League 10 reference. Has to be. I'm trying to read comments about Silent Hill Townfall, and it's all bot comments. I hate the internet now. It's all just Silent Hill Townfall finally getting real updates and 4 years of radio silence. Cryptic. This could be special. Hype for the anthology feel. It's all bot comments. And racism. Pain. 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 All right, let me see what everybody else is saying though. Blitz just posted some high definition pictures. I wonder who this girl is. It looks like a clone of Grace. My son got this fit on and he know it. And he got gold teeth in. This motherfucker from Atlanta. I don't know why he got this close up. He must be important. All right. Let me read some more Townfall stuff. I'm just really excited now. Yeah, all the comments are just bots. Pain. All right, what you more excited for RE9 and Silent Time? RE9, of course. Started with the God of War news. I'm never gonna shut the fuck up. I'm really excited for the. I really want to see how the remake is gonna play. We're gonna have quick time event. Just sex scenes again. They might take those out. They might take those out. I hope not. So they got to make it third person. I'm gonna be pissed. I don't think they're gonna make it third person. I hope they just make it just like the OG like slasher games, just with advanced graphics, because they can do that now. Seeing all these games that we've seen, I need to press buttons for Aphrodite. QT about to be gory as hell. I can't wait. I can't wait. Wait, what is this? Somebody said goodbye, Leon S. Kennedy. What does this say? Report on Raccoon City syndrome. This report outlines the current research on latest onset T-virus syndrome. Raccoon City syndrome is when the residual T-virus in the body mutates over a prolonged period of time. I have yet to find an effective treatment, and when it manifests, the results are fatal. Raccoon City syndrome appears to develop due to the following stages. Stage 0, dormant. The virus lays temporarily dormant within the host due to the presence of specific antibodies. As the virus is not completely suppressed, it begins to build an immunity to the antibodies over time. Stage 1, activation. The virus becomes active and black. Bruise-like marks begin to appear on parts of the body. Mild symptoms as general malaise and coughing appear. Stage 2, development. The black marks spread further across the body, occupied with numbness in the affected areas. The marks extend to the internal organs, sometimes leading against, what is that, hematemesis? Stage 3, terminal. The black marks darken and spread across the entire body. Severe pain and intense fatigue make moving difficult. Vomiting of blood becomes uncontrollable. Patients at the terminal stage typically die within 1 or 2 hours. Motherfucker, Sherry has it. Sherry's one of the main people that was infected with it. I think Sherry and Leon. What the fuck? What about Jill? Jill should also be fucking dying then. The three of them have it. It's those three. It's Sherry, Leon, and Jill. Those three have it. Factually have it. We see Leon currently dying from it. Sherry has the antibodies. And Jill was infected with it. And also has the antibodies. All of the RE games on sale for real cheap. Y'all buy those RE games. Buy them. I think these motherfuckers is grits. I think. You think they're gonna find a cure for them? I don't know. I think these motherfuckers is grits, chat. These motherfuckers, yo, that motherfucker Leon, King. Okay, actually has to leave. Bye. Peace, Max. Peace. I think it would be a great way to kill Leon. Yeah, I think they're done. I think Sherry might also be done too, because there's one thing I noticed about Sherry. There's one thing I've noticed about Sherry. She has gloves on. She has gloves on. She also has gloves on. I think they're done. I think they're done. I think Jill done too. And Chris gets to live. Chris gets to live.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
Thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. Oh man, thank you. Chris gets to live. All right, stream starting in 40 minutes. What kind of music is this?
You can't.
God damn it. 24 minutes. Chris gets to live, chat. This is evil. Evil. That's gonna be Chris. I mean, that's gonna be Leon at the end. God damn it. Why can't Chris die? It's over with, chat. It starts in 23 minutes. Thank God. Honestly, Chris dying would be good. Or at least for him. Bro's gotten so many people killed. But he's not gonna. That's the crazy thing, too. He lives for another 16 plus years. Confirmed by fucking Rosemary. Shit crazy. Chris clone. You're not gonna do that. That'd be so lazy. Alright, hold on. I can't wait for that. Why didn't they just start the transmission at least like 10 minutes after the fucking thing? Why is it like a whole ass hour? He's built different. I guess Erica's everyone time exactly. Oh, what happened? Everybody talk about Chris. Leon is currently dying, and judging by some of the screenshots and the lore we read, Sherry might also be dying, and Jill Valentine might also be dying. But yeah. Yeah. Oh shit, that's a lot I missed. Yeah, it's pain. Speaking of that, I gotta get the cosplays. I gotta get the cosplays going. Was there new content about RE9? Let me show you. I'll replay the trailer for you. I'm waiting for the Silent Hill transmission thing. I don't know why it's like 24 fucking minutes. Just waiting. That's such a lame. Like, I don't get that.
It's 6 now. 6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Yeah, that's not good. Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did you hear what he just said?
That's 6 now. 6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
Holy shit. Loser. Thank you, Joshy, for following. They definitely, all the survivors of Raccoon City are dying. Like, all of them. Jill Valentine might be in this game. She might also be dying. How many people actually escaped that city? It had to at least be, it was definitely Jill, Carlos. Oh, shit. Jill, Carlos, Leon, Claire, Sherry. Chris wasn't there. I think, Kendo, Punk, was fucking, what's his name? Barry was there. There are a few people that 6 people is, these are probably unnamed people, but let's keep watching. Let's not pause or anything.
Yeah,
but
that's not good.
I think they're running out of time. I think all the survivors
Victor
are dying.
Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. The Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center.
You okay? What does Victor want with you?
What do you mean?
He grabbed you for a reason. Did you find anything on Opus?
Not yet. Nothing on the servers of the CIA or the Pentagon.
You are an ignorant.
Crimson Head.
Leon, we're running out of time.
Why me?
All the Raccoon City survivors are infected or something. It's a thing that's gonna kill them.
A former T-virus researcher.
Because my master made you who you are.
Raccoon City was where it all began for me.
I'm coming with you.
We can talk. What do you want to know?
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
It has to be Spencer. Oh, Wesker.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Good.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn. Guys, I think Leon's cooked. 15 minutes. I don't know, man. I think Leon's cooked. But they said it. That's 6 people from the survivors who survived Raccoon City are dying. All of them are dying. And Leon is also dying. So it has to, I genuinely think it's going to be Jill, Leon, maybe Claire, Sherry. Where do you see this shit? All the survivors denied? Bro, he says it at the beginning of the thing. Everybody from Raccoon City, and the screenshot, everybody from Raccoon City is dying. All the survivors from Raccoon City are dying now. Whatever it is, it seems it laid dormant. Oh, shoot. It seems it laid dormant in their system, and now it's like coming out. Guys, Leon is toast. So, but honestly, if they only kill Leon, that's fucked up. Because first of all, Jill is factually infected with the same antibodies Sherry is. We don't know that? No, we definitely do. We definitely do. Once I heard him say that, I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit, it's fucked up. It's over for our boy. Wow, Ada's infected too, right? She has to be. Which is even which is even more of a reason, like it has to be Ada, it has to be Jill, it has to be Sherry. We know Sherry's in it. Leon and Claire. They all have to at least somewhat, because it wouldn't make any sense if Leon out of everybody is the only person dying from this. When Jill is factually infected, Claire was around Sherry, Ada was also there with Leon. Carlos Tudor. Yeah. No, wait. You know how I think Carlos it might still be there, because in the first trailer you heard a voice and it sounded like him. You heard a voice and it sounded like him. Hold on.
The chosen one.
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
Like that.
Huh?
We need to keep our voices down.
Have you seen the same shit I've seen?
That might.
Please know that you are my hope.
That might be.
Everyone's gone.
And that's the little girl.
Stay away from that!
Hi, Beans. Hello. Have you come out of your nap? Hello. Hello, Beans. Hello. Everyone who's in Raccoon City that night and lived is now infected. Yeah, it was dormant and now it's like active. 30 plus years later, it's probably killing all of them. Right, Beans? Oh yeah, I love you too. Thank you. Bummer. Damn. He might. Shit. Yeah. Beans, they're cooked, man. Can you say they're cooked beans? So it had in them the whole time, basically? Yeah. Let me go back to that little screenshot. Hello, Beans. Hello. Mwah. Oof. Here's the only one who isn't in fact he was. Yeah, he wasn't in Raccoon City. That motherfucker gets to live. God damn it. God damn it.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it! He won't.
Does it again. Does it again. It's just not fair. Leon is dead, man. He's gone. It's only more confirmed after reading this. This is, I'm just gonna put this in chord for you guys to see. For you guys to see. He's cooked. He's cooked. I might make that a post on the main YouTube. Not as cooked as a Patriots got during the Super Bowl. Sorry for we got in theories. God. Rip my boy. Rip my boy. Already said Chris in the wheelchair could everything. Chris is back. Hate him. Let's do a palate cleanser. I'm gonna show you guys a funny clip I made on the Instagrams. Stand still, Ashley. You're gonna be fine. Help! No, not gonna do that, Ashley. Don't worry, guys. Ashley's gonna be fine. Trust me. Ashley, relax, okay? Ashley, you're being a little bit dramatic, man. Ashley, you are going to be fine. See you in Valhalla. All right. Hey, look, I made it in the video. I'm famous. Congrats. 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. All right. Guess we just wait right now. Wait. They don't love you like Leon is cooked. That motherfucker is boiled, fried, biscuitated. Oof. He's fried. My boy fried. They low key cooked, ain't they? Yeah. What do you? Yeah. Well, those first months since I quit vaping. Hell yeah. Congrats. How long you gonna you trying to cut it off cold turkey? Stay clean? Good? Or a couple months? Completely dumb. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad to hear. I'm good off nicotine. Good. Right, Beans? Chilling right next to me. And now we wait for the Silent Hill. We have 2 minutes. So between the 2 minutes here. Chilling. Mm-hmm. All right, it shall begin. Oh. Maybe they go to normal countdown. They got to, man. They gotta justify this shit. Still 9 fucking minutes. All right. Okay. It counted down. It counted down. It counted down for a countdown. I fucking hate this. It's like when you open a box, it is another box inside. It's like, bro, what the fuck was the point of the... How about you just make the entire countdown this? All right. Here. The real transmission's at 7. Yeah. Or at least I think so. Imagine this transmission goes to another one. Random ass, do you think there's a someday a Wesker will return? I don't know. He got blown up. Maybe in 9 they'll have something like that. Let's see. That the main guy was talking about something like his master. It could be Spencer. It could be Wesker. It could be Jake. Could be Jake. Waited 40 minutes just to wait for another 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna put me some in the microwave. Oof. Be right back. Made a sandwich. The sandwich. Ooh. It's pretty good. Let's get it, guys. Ham, no, turkey and cheddar
皆さんこんにちは。
with mustard.
サイレントヒルトランスミッションへようこそ。サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサー岡本元井です。2022年の発表以来長い間お待たせしましたが、本日は待望のタイトルサイレントヒルタウンフォールのニュースや情報をついに皆さんにお届けできることを嬉しく思います。本日ソニーのステートオブプレイでトレーラーを公開し、プレイステーション5、Steam、エピックゲームズにてウィッシュリスト登録を開始しました。皆様ぜひご登録よろしくお願いいたします。さらにこの配信独占の最新情報もご用意しています。まずは本プロジェクトのパートナーをご紹介しましょう。アナプルナインタラクティブのインタラクティブ&ニューメディア部門プレジデントヘクター・サンチェスさんとゲーム部門責任者のリアン・ルームさん、そしてスクリーンバーンのライター兼ディレクターのジョン・マッケランさんをお迎えしています。皆さん本日はようこそいらしてくださいました。
Thank you, Okamoto-san. At Annapurna, we're always looking to push the boundaries of storytelling, and we couldn't be more excited and honored to have the opportunity to work with you and the entire team at Konami to co-publish Silent Hill Townfall. Annapurna Interactive is a publisher that not only looks for great stories to tell, but also great teams to tell those stories. And we're so pleased to partner with the very special development team that created Silent Hill Townfall, John, and the entire team at Screenburn Interactive.
And this project came about because the team at Annapurna and the team at Screenburn are really passionate about Silent Hill. We're very excited about the unique stories that we're able to tell in this amazing franchise. It's also important to us at Annapurna that the developers we partner with really love the IP that they're working on, and that's exactly what we have with Screenburn.
Yeah, as a fan of the series ever since the release of the first game, it's a real pleasure and an honour to be here today to talk about Townfall. The entire development team and I are so excited to finally be able to share a first look after so many years of development out of sight.
皆さんありがとうございます。それではまず本日公開されたサイレントヒルタウンホールのリビールトレーラーを振り返りましょう。
You can't stay in this room forever.
We are back.
I can't stay in this room forever. I know this is going to be hard.
Is this game going to be about letting go?
But you have to come back to me. Come back to me, Simon.
I love how Silent Hill music is so, like, distinct. You can tell if it's a Silent Hill game.
I woke up in the water again. But this time it's different.
Better be about mental health. All Silent Hills are about mental health.
I keep trying to fix what happened. But no matter what I do,
You can't fix it. doesn't let us change things. You did what you did.
Think he killed someone? Maybe.
You still streaming?
Yeah, I'm on the Silent Hill thing. Transmission. Man. I don't think Leon's the only one dying, man.
I mean, you saw Sherry wearing that glove, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say something after this thing, though.
I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
All right.
前回のティザートレーラーから続く形でついにあのポケットテレビの持ち主が明らかになりました。このトレーラーはタウンフォールの本質、そしてサイレントヒルらしさをしっかりと捉えています。
And we can see from the trailer that debuted today that Townfall clearly embodies the DNA of the Silent Hill franchise. It also has quite a unique take, which we know has been really important to the team at Screenburn. And part of that uniqueness comes from their own identity, their perspectives, their history, and their style. So John, we'd love viewers to learn more about Screenburn and your team's history and the work you've done on Silent Hill Townfall.
Absolutely. Our main objectives were to make a game that could feel specific to the team who made it, to bring something new to the series in terms of setting, and to really think about what Silent Hill, both in concept and gameplay, could look like through a Screenburn lens.
Yeah, and it's this lens that appealed to us so much when we started working with you and Screenburn, many years ago. And we knew that with Annapurna's partnership with Konami helping to guide the project, that the three teams together could produce something original, exciting for the fans, and show Silent Hill in a way that hadn't been seen before.
皆様、情熱あるメッセージ本当にありがとうございます。サイレントヒルの伝統を受け継ぎつつも、新しいチームごとに世界観やテーマ、美学がどのように解釈されるかを示すことはとても重要です。ここでスクリーン版インタラクティブと本作を形作る人々の姿をご覧いただきましょう。
Let's go. Definitely does take place in the UK. Scotland? Oh, is it Scotland? I didn't read that.
We've got our previous games that we worked on over the years. So Super Arclight was our first title that we released back in 2016. Stories Untold, 2017, Observation 2019, and then Silent Hill soon. Our little collection of Silent Hill games, the thought that we're going to be slotted in at the end there, it is a genuine honor to work with the franchise and to contribute to it. After we shipped Observation, we were kind of like figuring out what we were going to do next. And then we got this call from Annapurna to ask us what we would do with Silent Hill. That froze us in our tracks. It's not an opportunity we ever thought we'd get, but it's one we knew we all wanted right away. We pulled together a pitch of what we felt would be a really cool, unique Screenburn take and brought it to Konami, and we were delighted that they loved the idea. It was like, this is exactly what we need. This is what we want to do, and we want you to go for it. And so to have their trust in us, both Annapurna and Konami, is a huge honor.
Oh, wow. Visuals is crazy. Even that made me feel uneasy.
Graham lives and where design lives.
My name's Graham McKellen. I'm the lead game designer. John is my brother, so we've known each other for a while. We have a lot of the same experiences, films that we watched when we grew up, games that we played. That allows us to work really well together when it comes to finding the synergy between narrative and game design. Very early, we agreed that we wanted to present this game in first person. And first person is, you have a more limited field of view. There's things happening off screen which you're not always aware of, and as we know in horror, what happens off screen is sometimes more scarier than what happens in front of you. How we use the perspective to induce the horror, anxiety, and fear, but then at the same time trying to find the balance to that, which is what can we give the player?
You know, one of the first things we set out to do was like, what can we do with the radio that's not been done before? What can we do that kind of gives it a new function, a new aesthetic, but it feels Silent Hill, the analog tech that's kind of been my visual calling card. Perfect. Most of the things we've done, like even in our previous games, has been as close to real life technology as we can get. This is a very small handheld TV, but kind of inspired the CRTV.
The CRTV is, you know, our take on the classic radio. We knew we wanted to have the player bring it up and actually use it, so we were really keen on having the player tune with the CRTV, actually go through the frequencies, discover narrative content, but also being able to use it as a tool to see where enemies were.
Oh, that's sick.
So yeah, we teach the peek mechanic, which gives the player a little bit extra mobility around where the camera can be. So you can peek up and to the sides, to see around corners or over walls.
I keep doing this as I lean.
And it's really important for the first-person perspective, giving the player that extra control over the camera.
For a long time, this game we felt might just be Northern Europe, you know, and not lock it down to Scotland. Okay. There was a drive to create something that felt authentic to us, and it kind of felt natural to kind of bring it home.
When John first showed me the game and I saw this sort of a very obviously Silent Hill, misty, foggy environment, that felt like a walk to school when I was growing up. Because, you know, I've grown up in towns like this, in a small fishing town that's kind of similar to St. Amelia. It's a beautifully epic, grey, drizzly environment, and we're bringing that to the game.
I'm really excited for
It
this
just
now.
feels so real, especially when you're going through it in first person. You kind of feel like you're there. It's so detailed, every single thing, and it's all connected to the story.
A very personal story, I know for John as well.
I would have been about 17 or 18 when the first game came out, and I was really ill, high fever, all this kind of stuff. I know I finished it, but the experience I have was like a fever dream, because it literally was. To this day, I've never played it again, because I kind of don't want to know whether what happened that night was real or not. Drawn to the fog ever since. And I think now that we're actually responsible for it and we're actually kind of pulling the rest of the team in, and now we're looking forward to bringing the fans into that fever dream.
Yeah. All right, you guys have my interest. I really. Oh, hey.
スクリーンバーンのチームの皆さん、ありがとうございました。自分たちの仕事だけでなく、サイレントヒルの歴史や意味に強い情熱を持つ開発者の姿を目にするのはとても刺激的ですね。各チームがそれぞれのビジョンをサイレントヒルに持ち込み、新しい体験をどのように形作ったのかがよくわかります。さて、公開されたばかりのトレーラーについて語るべきことがたくさんあります。最も注目すべきは本作が一人称視点である点でしょう。過去作にも一人称要素はあるものの、10時間を超える長編作品としてこの方式を採用したのはターンフォールがシリーズ史上初めてです。この視点の変化によりプレイヤーはサイレントヒルの恐怖を新たなレンズを通して目撃することになります。恐怖がプレイヤーのすぐそばに迫るだけでなく、スクリーンバーンが考案した新しい戦闘、回避、謎解きのメカニクスとも見事に調和します。
Absolutely. Every feature of the game has been designed with this perspective in mind, but always making sure that while we see the world in this new way, the experience still feels distinctly Silent Hill. A big part of that experience is centered around enemies and how our protagonist Simon will encounter them. Familiar tools from the world of Silent Hill are all available, planks of wood, pipes, and ranged weapons like the pistol, but the ability to sneak, hide, and evade brings a new element of choice to the combat, where resorting to violence isn't the only option. In fact, with the aid of the pocket television, known as the CRTV in the game, evasion is every bit as useful a survival technique as facing enemies head-on. Players are encouraged to experiment and find a playstyle that suits them while being mindful of the resources and the opportunities that surround them.
わかりやすい例が覗き込みですよね。サイモンは物体や壁の上から、あるいは周りから慎重に身を乗り出して敵の様子を確認でき、発見される可能性を下げることができます。 この要素は遭遇前の慎重さが生かされるだけでなく、見た目、手触りの面でとても映画的な表現になっています。
Indeed. That additional level of fine control provided to the player works especially well in first person, and it allows players to cautiously assess an encounter before they make a decision to evade or charge in. In first person, features like the peek or the CRTV become more immersive, rendering details up close in the character's hands and all in a tactile and physical way rather than using on-screen HUD elements. These features really shine in first person, and as the game progresses, players will be challenged in many different ways. Using the right technique at the right time is vital for Simon's survival.
Oh yeah, I just fucking took a peek
ジョ
into
ン
it.
さん、次は新主人公サイモン・オーデルに目を向けてみましょう。シリーズのキャラクターは皆心に重いものを抱えていますが、サイモンも例外ではありません。彼は多層的で不安定、そして非常に人間的です。トレーラー冒頭で主人公であるサイモンが
I'm wondering if they do. I feel like they're leaning more into Townfall. I was expecting like at least somewhat of the Silent Hill 1 remake, like maybe like a render trailer.
I mean, that's completely fine by me because they announced Townfall like what, 2 or 3 years ago?
Yeah. They announced, when did they announce the one remake? Like last year?
The game that fans would have certain expectations
feels
about
like
the
5 or
worlds,
6 months ago.
characters, and the themes that permeate the series. I wanted to both lean into those expectations in some ways and subvert them in others. Guilt is a strong theme throughout Silent Hill's many stories, and I wanted to dive deeper into the various different ways that guilt can manifest, where it comes from, what it can do to people, and how, if you can, come to accept or resolve it. So while those narrative themes are distinctly Silent Hill, we're looking at and interpreting those themes in a very different way.
ゲームの冒頭、サイモンは物事を終わらせてほしい、それが正しいことだと告げる謎の電話を受け取ります。トレーラーで見た通り、彼は島に到着しますが、この段階ではどうやって来たのか不明であり、サイモン自身も向かう先が分かっていないように見えます。
Well, a core component of our team's narrative style that has been present in all of our previous games is mystery. Simon's journey through the town is layered with nuance and questions where players will gradually uncover both small details and big reveals, and they'll be kept guessing throughout. There are other characters to meet along the way too, and understanding Simon's connection to them is key to the narrative.
And it's still
some mysteries will pay off as the game progresses, and some will deepen further, inviting players to dive deep into the world and the details spread around the town.
サイモンの旅がどのようなものになるのか楽しみにしていただければと思います。さて、次はタウンフォールの舞台となる街、セントアメリアについてご紹介しましょう。サイレントヒルのキャラクターを街と切り離すことはできません。世界は彼らを映し出し、試し、変えていきます。サイモンの旅を理解するには、彼が身を置く街を理解する必要があります。それでは、セントアメリアのインスピレーションとなったスコットランドの実際の場所を見てみましょう。
So we're going to go to the east coast of Scotland. We've referenced a lot in the game.
Near so that they got moved to watch the others. Thanks, man. It sucks that YouTube was just like, yeah, I don't want this vid.
So you're going to get a bit of a shock when you're in St. Amelia.
Have you really seen any Silent Hill challenge videos like around the algorithm? Or is that just me? Because I feel like I haven't seen much.
I haven't seen much.
Towns, so
I think YouTube
that's probably why
age restricts every Silent Hill challenge video because I really don't see them that often.
That's what I was thinking for a second there. I was like, because I was on like the phase where I was watching a bunch of RE challenge videos, and then for some reason I couldn't find any involving Silent Hill.
Yeah, like see, I don't. Clips just said I don't see them either. Yeah, I think YouTube just does it. Does it fuck with Silent Hill?
And I were chasing fog while I dragged Graham out with me. I was like, I need someone in front of the camera when I take these images.
Got lucky. Resident Evil's good in the algorithm apparently.
So dense,
not Silent Hill.
That when we came out here, we got to like this spot, and from here we couldn't see the coast anymore, and we couldn't tell which direction the coast was in, and we immediately felt like in danger. And we
Probably
ended
since
up
it
with
has
a
a
shot
lot to
here.
do with the mental and just other
The
kind of
atmosphere is like blue
controversial
and
stuff.
light, the
Yeah.
sun was going down, everything from that moment was when we kind of realized how this game was going to be.
Like a lot of psychological trauma and
we have this fog that rolls
unaliving yourself and all of that stuff.
I got pretty obsessed chasing the horror. You know, I wasn't painting images.
Even I censored all of that,
cut
out stuff like
I
that.
could go to a town that looks like St. Amelia and find a fog that looks like Silent Hill and come back and show the team, here's what the game needs to look like. You know, and I would drag other people on my trips with me and be like, you gotta come too. And they're like, really? It's 4 a.m. So that when we come back to the studio,
the thing I was even 1-0 being delivered. Hell yeah, you're about to have a good ass time. I want to start collecting old consoles, getting games for them.
This was like the first beautiful corner that we did. And then as we get around this corner, yeah, it's literally the same.
It is actually, yeah.
Yep.
This is so cool.
Yep.
I hope we have that in the game. The seaweed.
So what on PS2? And man, I fucking love Man Up.
And we walked along a bunch of
I
other
gotta add that
piers
to the
as well,
emulator.
just to kind of see the differences and yeah, the kind of shapes that they make and how they're used, that kind of thing. You know, this is it. This is very similar to our St. Amelia pier.
So we're in St. Monans. This is the harbour town and was the first place that we built for the game. When I started to write the story about what this town was, what happened to this town, the isolation was a big factor. There's like an existential dread that comes with that. Silent Hill has always had a sense
I used to
of
have the
not
see-through
being able to
PS2
leave
and that was
town
the
and
greatest thing ever.
face why you're there. That isolation isn't just for the protagonist, but also for the town. It's like they've got to do what they got to do. You just have to get on with it and you have to solve the problem. There's no running away.
It's surreal. I think it's because a lot of stuff are so similar to in-game, even like
exactly
walls, the colors.
The only reason you have to collect things like that.
Wherever the benches are placed is exactly the same as in-game.
These alleyways kind of snake through the entire town. They're really fun to walk up and down in real life, but when you've got a monster chasing you, it's just not a nice place to be.
That's on the stock too. You really got lucky.
Coming up there, this is one of the slopes that when I
By the way, did you break down the RE9 stuff?
At all the textures.
I broke it down a little bit. I left it up to y'all to break it down. I was just more excited.
I don't know what this is.
I seen Sherry has the gloves too.
Rag and tarpaulin, like the glove.
I'm down to like go back to it and see if like
layers upon layers upon layers of life and history. You're
mimicking possibly like something that you probably might be new to the chat and you.
That's what we aim to do. And a lot of the time, the player will just sort of walk around and absorb it, and they won't know why it feels like a real place. But the effort that we've put in will make them feel like.
I'm not gonna lie, Chad. Watching this transmission, I'm sold. I want to play Townfall. You can tell these devs give a shit.
It's a big moment for us, definitely. For me personally, for the team, you know, we're all big fans. I think that's an understatement to say big fans. You know, we're obsessed. To be trusted with a franchise like this, it's an honor, and you know we want to make sure we ace it. So we're giving it our all.
It's got that Silent Hill vibe. That's awesome. Facts. History arrived today as well, and I bought Dark Sector for 36. Dark Sector. Waiting for that to arrive. Hell yeah.
センターメディアのインスピレーションや再現方法について貴重なお話をありがとうございました。細部へのこだわりが新しい世界観をリアルに感じさせています。こうした丁寧な作り込みはシリーズならではの大切な魅力です。最後にタウンホールの規模や構成についてお話ししましょう。
For sure. And while Annapurna has been primarily known over the last decade for independent games from smaller teams, Townfall is no small game. In fact, it's among some of the biggest games that we've ever published.
And while Screenburn is a relatively small development studio at about 30 people, they have been afforded the development time to really realize their creative vision for Townfall. And as a result, Townfall is a full-length, high-quality game that we can all present with confidence following Silent Hill F and Silent Hill 2.
スクリーンバーン、アナプルナ、コナミの3社が手を組み作り上げたサイレントヒルのエッセンスをしっかり取り入れたタイトルとなっています。今年皆さんにサイレントヒルタウンホールを実際にプレイしてもらえることを非常に楽しみにしています。本日のサイレントヒルトランスミッションはこちらで終了となります。最後に視聴者の皆さんへ向けて一言ずつメッセージをお願いします。
We're so thankful for your patience, and we can't wait to show you more of what we have in store for you in Townfall. We see this project not only as our biggest and most ambitious game yet, but as a love letter to the series that inspired many of the team, myself included, to become game developers in the first place. It's truly an honour to be given this opportunity to contribute to the series, and on behalf of the team at Screenburn, thank you for your support and your encouragement over the years.
We've loved working with the entire team at Screenburn and are very proud of the game they've created. Our goal at Annapurna is to support our developers so they can focus on making the best possible game. It's been amazing to see Townfall come to life throughout development. Thank you to Screenburn for their partnership, and thank you to Konami for trusting us with the Silent Hill franchise.
I moved here and I just went right to work with streaming in YouTube, so I got take it out of
collaboration across the three
boxes and figure it out.
From the amazing team in Scotland at Screenburn to the revered publisher Konami, not only in Japan but around the world, and ourselves, who are very humbled by the opportunity at Annapurna to co-publish a game for the first time with an existing franchise and bring our unique take to this historic franchise.
スクリーンバーン、アナプルナ、コナミの3社で長い時間をかけて作り上げてきた作品を発表することができて本当に良かったです。本日お見せした通り、非常に丁寧に作り上げていますので、皆様ぜひ楽しみにお待ちください。本日お届けしたサイレントヒルタウンホールは、プレイステーション5と Steam、エピックゲームズにてウィッシュリスト登録受付中です。ぜひ登録をお願いいたします。また、サイレントヒルトランスミッションでは、今後も継続してサイレントヒルシリーズの情報を皆さんにお届けしてまいります。次回もどうぞお楽しみに。本日はご視聴いただき誠にありがとうございました。
Oh. Cool. All right. Well, chat. Ooh. That is the end of the stream for today. People are saying L in the chat. Niggas is never satisfied. That was a good play. That was a good Sony Direct and a good transmission. I'm really excited.
That state of play feels like an all timer, man.
Yeah, they had bangers. They had bangers. I don't know how people are spamming L. They had bangers in that shit. That shit was good.
John Wick game with Keanu back.
Yeah. State of play was pretty. Yeah, it was. And the Silent Hill transmission, you can tell they give a shit about Townfall. But chat. All right, I gotta get off. Tired. I have to work on the sponsor stuff. So that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was a chill one. I was a big React Andy today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you were a kid, did you think you would be doing this kind of stuff? Yes, semi. I had an idea of what I wanted to do when I was a kid, like YouTube wise, and even when it came to like games and shit. Crazy. W can't wait. Need to start getting my money up now. Facts. Facts. Take it easy, bro. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stay easy out there. Silent Hill Townfall is amazing. RE9 drops in 2 weeks. Hope you guys are ready for that. Hope you guys are ready for a potential funeral. But that being said, fellas, I'll talk to y'all later.